I'm not sure, mate. Oh dear. Here we go. Live again for another fantastic Saturday morning, Friday night. What is it? What's the time in Ireland at the moment? What are we, 8 or 9 hours behind? Whoa, let's turn that down.
I'm glad I'm not the only one that does it. Yeah, look how well those long-haired bastards from Australia are back again.
Oh, we're back again, mate. They haven't got one of these days. They're going to actually open a hairdresser or a barber shop in Australia, and we'll be able to get our hair cut.
Yeah, at least that's the excuse we're using.
Yeah. Most of us in Australia have to wait till old age till we lose our hair to do that.
Yeah.
I've got to go say good day. We've got a heap of people in the chat here. Mr. Tim Jackson, Blind Neil. Neil, what happened, brother? I was talking to him during the week. He was having all sorts of problems with his Spark, and he was losing GPS. Now the GPS was still it's on his channel actually. If anyone wants to check that out, he was losing his GPS, but it was still showing 15 as in the number GPS, but his GPS signal went to 0. So that's not a good thing. I had a bit of a chat to him about it, and it looks like it's flown away on him. Nothing worse, mate. What a feeling. Oh, my God.
We've both had it. You know, it's a heartbreaking feeling.
It's not nice, mate. It's not nice. But I'll just say good to everyone else too. Tim Jackson, Brent Ariels, how are ya? Dave Innes, he's a new one, as far as I'm aware. Welcome, Dave. He might know Tim Jackson by the looks of things. Blind Neil, he's waiting for a dry day. 18 years on, good climate. Oh, dude, I can't believe that. Brent Nutley, Arizona drone dude. Let me think. You haven't got a moderator on you. There you go. Cody, you haven't got one either. Cody, how are you, buddy? Oh, drone shots. I'll give you that one too. Sorry, guys. Just let me do my biz here.
We're all doing it.
Haven't been on in a hot minute. Cody, what are you doing, mate? I knew, sorry to hear that. Yep. Drone shots. Bob Casey. Bob, how are you, mate? Who else we got here? Steve Carpenter, how are you, buddy? Mike Kenny, how are you? I think I've got through everything. Oh my God. There's a few here. Yes, well, I went flying yesterday, Ari. Lucky I did go yesterday because we're having a horrendous day today. Windy. And especially where I was flying yesterday, kind of guessing it might be gusting up there.
I looked at what is the AV forecast, and they were showing gusts of up to 55 kilometres an hour today. 55? So, yeah, I wouldn't want to fly in that.
And you know what? Plus, I'd have wind shear as it comes up the mountain. Up you go.
Yeah, you know, normally it's coming, getting up there. That's the problem, not going down. But
yeah. I'd have my own bloody flyaway. Geez, I'm really Jay Santiago. How are you? Sorry, I didn't say good day to you. How are you, buddy? Yes, I'm pretty upset that Neil's lost his drone. I wonder if Neil wants to come on the live and we can have a chat about that. Paul Murray, how are you, mate? Paul Murray. I haven't crashed his live show lately. I've got to get back on there. I'm never awake when he's on.
You're just never awake, you know. Even when you're driving, you're not awake, you know.
Oh, dude, I got home. I had a couple of hours sleep yesterday, and then I went out and flew that bloody thing. Got home. What do? I put it on the computer, don't I? Have a look at this stuff. Yes, okay.
Pretty vastly overrated.
And then I thought, bugger this. I've got a little bit of time. So what I did was pulled up another tutorial on a different color grading technique. So I was doing that, and I thought, wow, there's another different way of doing it. There's so many ways of bloody color grading.
Yeah. Isn't it? Everything with computers, everything. There's a dozen ways to do everything.
Mate, it's unbelievable. So anyway, I tried that. Oh, it shocked me. It was brilliant. But anyway, and I found out how to, if I've color graded one scene, then to copy that grade to another clip and all that sort of stuff. So easy.
That was something I was doing that last week for Premiere. How to match, across the entire video and all the parts with one click. Am I the only one that sits there editing and I'll get to a point and go, how do I do that? Quick web search on another window, so you're reading how I'm doing it in the other.
Plenty. I've done stuff with those nodes in within DaVinci that I've done. There's intros and stuff that I did and all that. Do you think I can remember how to do that? No, because I'm not doing it every day.
Yep, I do that.
God, that's unbelievable. Who we got here? Yeah, Cody. Yeah. If Neil wants to come on, hang on. Where are we? Went up 130 feet, exact same spot. Bam! Magnetic interference. Lost all GPS and controller connection went red. And it didn't come home. And it just flew off at that point, I'm guessing. Dude. Mate, your heart was in your mouth, I bet. Kind of guessing you know where it's landed. By the sounds of it, you might.
There's a few forums which are the pilots forums, Phantom pilots, Mavic pilots, etc. There's a few guys on there who are they're expert in what's called tide mapping. If you can download your log and post it up there, I have seen them predict where a runaway drone is within a few hundred yards and be right.
Well, they're not connected to the Weather Channel then, are they?
No.
Although they got this wind right, so they always get the rain wrong for some reason, unless it's going to be obviously storming. Oh, it's going to rain today. Yeah, well done, mate. Yeah. GFO. Hey, how are you? Haven't seen him for a while, actually. Well, it won't be too long, and the rest of the rat bags will be here.
That's it. The regular faces.
The regular rat bags.
Should have been the usual suspects.
No, no pizza this week, I don't think. I think we should send a bunch of flowers to Jim, though, because he'll enjoy that. No, he won't.
Our luck, man, if someone sent us pizza, they'd send it from the United States and they'd send it surface mail.
It'd be... Yeah, that one didn't taste too good. Depends where you go. I mean, Pizza Hut's Pizza Hut, no matter where you go. But depends where you go in the States too. Or is it the same with Australia too? There's a really nice one at Casuarina down in New South Wales, there, Ari, if you're ever down that way. Pizzas are unbloody believable. Rick Halber.
I tell you what we saw that I couldn't believe, that when we were on the way up the north on holiday, we go through Gympie and there's a Pizza Hut dine-in restaurant still there.
Dine-in?
Yeah, I did not know that any of them still existed.
Holy moly.
Yeah.
I always remember them as a kid. And
they weren't bad, were they?
No. And the mum goes, "Hey, have some Parmesan cheese." Oh, it's Parmesan cheese. Smelt like vomit. Find My Drone gave me a location in the middle of the 3 maple trees in the ladies' private backyard, and it's not on the ground. Okay.
Just knock on the door. That's all you can do.
Knock on the door, or wait till they go out and sneak in. I didn't say that. Yeah, Rick Halber, how are you, mate? How's that army yours going, mate? You doing all right or what? Been in the wars. Oh, Rick. Yeah, the Pizza Hut buffet. Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. You know, you can only have about 7 or 8 bloody pieces and you're gone anyway.
7 or 8 pieces, man.
Hey?
7 or 8 pizzas. Pieces or pizzas.
Pieces.
You know.
Depends how hungry I am, you know. I can down a few pizzas. Don't worry about that. But I remember the tablecloths. They were it's like checkered red and white.
Red and white checkers, that's right. And they were good.
Mm.
It was good. I could tell a story. I should bring my brother in here to tell the story of many, like 35 years ago in our misforgotten youth when we were both musicians, and we went out to a practice with about 20 people down there, and everyone was partaking of certain green substances that musicians are known to use when they're young. Everyone got hungry for some reason, so they all had a whip round. There was no delivery in those days, and they gave my brother a heap of money and sent him down to pick up the order at the local Pizza Hut. And he sat there in the car park and ate the lot.
Yeah, they didn't have any pizza. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
Where's
money.
Where's the money? I got held up. Sorry. Rick. Okay, cast is coming off Monday. God damn, what's that been? Has that been what will cast on 6 weeks or 8 weeks now? The cast has to be on. Has it been that long?
I guess she wants to be there. She's probably frightened you're going to steal her trees, Neil. But take some help with you. Do not try climbing a tree by yourself. Blind Neil's bad enough. We don't want to see blind Neil with multiple fractures.
I don't want him saying getting my cast off Monday as well.
Yeah.
I've already spoken to the lady. She wants to be there just to be on the safe side. Okay. The old red cups, yeah. Now we're going back. Have you? Oh, you obviously haven't got it down there, GFO. Obviously you haven't got them anymore. The dine-in restaurants either. They're all takeaways. Too many overheads when you're talking dine-in bloody pizzas.
You've got to pay for staff.
Yeah, too many staff, mate. And I don't think people eat Pizza Hut pizzas out. Well, they obviously do, but I'm not a real fan of those pizzas anyway. They're a little bit, I don't know. But a couple of young fellas that will climb the tree. Gotta love that. You gotta love that.
That's it. Yeah, that's what I have. I actually have footage. I've never made it into a video yet, but I had a spark flight over a lake, and I flew it into a tree, and it got hung up in the tree about 15 feet out over the lake. So my son waited out to about here while I shook the tree, and he caught it before he hit the water. So don't tell me that teenagers are good for nothing.
Was that Underwood?
Yeah, that's right down near the Buddhist temple.
The wetlands. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I've been to there. I've been to that area twice. That little park over the road, with a little crazy pattern thing, and then the second time I went there with the I had the Pro both times. Sorry, and then I did the wetlands, and then did that short little flight around the temple.
I would like to do more. It's a beautiful temple, but they're not particularly receptive. I'm probably going to go back and do it because, fortunately, it's fully surrounded by bushland. So I'm probably going to go back and do it with the Mavic Zoom on 1080. So I've got the full 96mm zoom at my disposal, and I can stay out over the bush and try.
Yeah, I stayed over the bush when I did it. I mean, you've seen that footage. Do you know what? I still haven't checked that bloody video of yours out.
That's all right. It's only been out a bit over an hour.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I set it for 8:45 our time.
Today, that's right. No, there was someone else's. Ron's. I didn't check Ron's out.
Hey, hello, Herman. How are you?
Phantom Flight. How are you? Coffee time here, man. Let me tell you. Completely way off subject. But Ari, have you heard of the what?
Transacoustic. That's
acoustic
not
guitar.
I'm familiar with. Unless that's one of those ones that have a rim but no actual sound box.
It might be a guitar that's confused that it might think it's a violin by the sound of it.
Yeah. I'm transitioning to a double bass. Sorry.
I identify as a cello.
Oh, right. I see. It's got effects on board to increase the reverb and the chorus effects. No, I have never heard of it. However, that's another thing to check out.
In the middle of changing colours. I
thought I was pretty avant-garde because I was using a hybrid nylon string.
Oh shit! That it's coming into fall there in the States, isn't it? So that's our autumn, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so his leaves are changing. That's what he's on about. So the leaves in a maple tree, they go red. Oh, he's got a red spark. That's not good. Dude. My God. You know, I seen Cody had his one of his videos a while back, and he was playing his guitar. And I was talking to, I can't remember, I was talking to, was it you? Maybe Ari, I don't know. Actually, it might have been. And musicians and painters and writers and all them all got their creative streak in them, which, as I said, transposes over to other mediums as well. And I was watching Cody's videos, and I thought, yeah, they're really well put together, you know. And he was playing guitar, and that's when I said, well, there you go.
Well, you know, I mean, all of Australian people are the artistic types. I mean, my wife was giving me crap last night that I still have 4 guitars. I said, what are you talking about? I had 14 2 years ago. I just gave them all away. Hey, Ron.
Yeah, don't complain. Ron, you got the link, buddy? Somewhere there. Oh, shit. No, I'll have to talk to you later about that. Ron fills in the room completely with sound. Oh, God.
I'm a bit of a snob. I've never really been particularly fond of Yamaha guitars.
You know what? Yamaha were at a point the base of a lot of instruments, and they had the name for that. And it wasn't until, well, it was a few years ago now, a lot of years ago, but the Conservatorium in Adelaide actually bought one, a Yamaha piano. And when I was doing it at Edwards and stuff, they used to have Yamaha pianos there too. They were beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Yamaha have a very large part of the educational market. And as far as guitars go, they're probably one of the most recommended guitars for learners. And I have a feeling the keyboards are the same.
Look at this. I heard it, and this guitar, and I had to have it. Yeah. Yeah, I know that one.
I don't even have to hear a guitar to have it. You know, like if it's got Gibson or CF Martin on the headstock, I have to have it.
My favorite piano is actually a Bosendorf. Beautiful. My goodness.
It's nothing like us box heads when it comes to making pianos, mate.
No, it's like playing a bloody tree trunk. It's just solid. And the sound of it, just as you're playing it, you just and it's you know, natural stereo. I don't know if you've ever, you know, the first time I experienced a symphony orchestra was you know, at home. You know, I got the speakers and all. Oh, it sounds awesome. But when you sit there in front of a symphony orchestra and you actually hear, the first time I realised that there's natural stereo, and digitally is just replicating that. It was mind-blowing. I couldn't believe it. Brian Mack, is he lurking? Brian, he's not lurking too well if he's letting everyone know that he's lurking, is he? Too late. My mum had the Yamaha DX7. I've still got a DX7.
You're aging yourself now.
I know. I think I might have. No, I'm not actually. I bought it last week.
I mean, when Matt had his first piano, he had to hunt his own mammoths for the ivory.
Did too. Waiting patiently for. Oh, you're already on there. Might have to. Blah 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 blah. Did I tell you first dates for next year, 21st of November? I think it's QPAC.
21st, right?
Hang on, 21st, was it? Anyway, November next year.
When do you start auditions or practice? I should say, not auditions. Dear.
Oh, well, I've already started going through the set list and what have you. So you know, I'll have all my stuff down before I get there anyway. Before we get to rehearsals, so yeah, I just
you're doing a rehearsal up here at Logan, aren't you?
We will be setting the show up at the entertainment centre there, making sure everything works. And yeah, a couple of weeks, I think we're going to be doing rehearsals there.
Oh, you better send me a backstage pass, mate.
I'm gonna have to. Yeah, and then packed away and on the road again. Just can't wait till I'm on the road again. I can't remember the next verse.
My dog sings that, you know.
Your dog does.
On the road again. I can't wait to get on the road again. I can't wait to sniff some assholes with my friends.
That sounds like what's his bloody name used to do that? Oh,
I have no idea where it came from. It's something I've heard of.
What's his name?
Kevin Buddy Wilson?
No, he used to do British Paints. Had Trust British Paints. Sure
can. Rolf Harris.
Rolf Harris. He used to
you mean Peter guy? Yeah.
Blind Neil. Whoops! I sent the video to the wrong Matt. I think it's on Facebook. Okay, that'll get me. That'll still get to me. You sent a. Where are we? New message. No, I haven't got a message from you yet, Neil.
I generally send my abuse to Math Northeast on Facebook, but I do it from fake accounts, of course.
I already know that you're fake accounts, mate. You shouldn't link your homepage to it.
Living next door to Bondi.
Living next door. Alice, Michael, how are you? I think I sent you a link too, Michael. God, this coffee's strong. Shit.
I'm still waiting for one.
It's right here, mate. I'm drinking it.
Oh, thanks, buddy. Yeah.
Sorry about that.
There's something in you can't order a white with two and not be called a racist.
Who did that?
I have no idea who did that. Tom, look up Kevin Buddy Wilson living next door to Bondi. It's a referral to Alan Bond, the billionaire. But anyway, I won't say anymore. It'll be on YouTube.
Chat request. Got no chat. Look, they've changed Facebook, and I'm kind of pissed.
I change back every time, but now they don't let me.
I'm trying to find shit. It's incredible. Blah, blah, bloody. See, now I can't find Neil's message.
Every time I change back, they send you a little questionnaire, which I skip past. But finally, they said, "Are you changing back because we're missing something?" And I replied and said, "Yes, you're missing that. I don't bloody want it to change."
Yeah. Actually, Neil, I've got it, Neil. Okay, so that looks like it looks like the trees are changing. Was this from? Oh, hang on. If you're replying, you won't be able to call you misinformation like your status. And when you read messages, I don't want to. What? Was that the other day, Neil, before it flew away on you or not? It just looks like he's got droney going on there. Where are we? I know Living Next Door to Alice by Smokey.
I'll put a link in there for you, Tom. I forgot he was Irish. He doesn't know how to web search.
I did do it.
I'm going to pay for that so badly next time we're talking. I think that's the one you want.
Kevin Bloody Wilson.
Yeah. I wouldn't admit to knowing how to play this, not in today's climate.
Unreal, eh? Just getting ready to start the beautiful fall foliage. Mavic's ready. Yeah, brother. Let me tell you, that'll pick up some nice colours, man. And I'll tell this to Cody as well. I looked at another tutorial again on the color grading in DaVinci, and there's another way of doing it. So I tried that. Blah blah blah. Anyway, I'll never film anything that's not D-Log ever again in my life, unless I'm flying the Spark. I don't like the log file in the Pro One. The two of them capture it so differently.
I'll give it a go. I haven't used it yet, but if you recommend it, that's good enough for me.
No, mate, it's and just pulling these contrasts and everything. The blacks, mate. And it's So different. That camera is just so good. Somerset, by the looks of that.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to have to just make myself a big playlist, dedicate 100 gigabytes of the hard drive for video. Do you know I brought back 200 gigabytes of footage from a 7-day holiday, and I only flew on 3.5 days?
Wouldn't surprise me, mate. I'm having all sorts of problems trying to do this week's video. I've got that much footage. I'm just trying to work out what shots I want to put in. And it's only of one mountain, for God's sake.
Yeah, that one that came out today, I was in the happy situation. I'm normally scratching to find enough, but when I cut down to the essential must-have video, I had 7.5 minutes worth. I thought, well, I'm not often at this point where I'm struggling to decide what I've got to throw out.
It's usually the lot. Yeah, no, I'm only kidding.
Thanks, mate. I knew I could rely on a vote of confidence from you.
That's all right. I'll wait till we go live. I wouldn't insult you like that if we were live. Oh,
anyway, invite me down. I'll lift the top of your piano and cut all the drone strings.
That's all right. Drone strings.
Yeah,
DaVinci for me has updated itself into retardation. Can't use it anymore. I can't rely on it. Well, that's a shame. Shit. I know it did an update on me. Oh, this is a while ago. I think I went to 15 to 16. I thought, yeah, I'll do that. Beautiful. And then everywhere that I looked within all the parameters that I was used to looking at had changed. I didn't know where anything was again. I had to learn it all again. It was a pain in the butt, man. Virginia line 6 more.
I can't believe we're still alone, Matt.
Actually, I didn't even think of that.
Do you think those Americans took the hint?
Hey, that's weird. Oh, yeah. Everyone's disappeared this day. No Jim, no Adrian, no.
Jim probably ran out of Just for Men.
He'd be Adrian, just down the shops picking some more
other men yet. I'm going to pay for that.
And where is Ron? Actually, because Ron was in the chat.
Yeah, he was in the chat.
He gave me a call again yesterday on his way through to the dead zone, just before, because he's 3.5 hour drive to work. So he gets about half hour out as he goes through Rapid City and up through Sturgis and Nick's up there. So we get about half hour chat in, and then it just all of a sudden, there he goes.
Yeah. I've been there when that's happened. Hey Gary, how are you, my friend?
Brant Ariels. I have some family that lives in Dinwiddie. Is that what it is? Dinwiddie. That sounds like some of these Australian bloody names. Yeah, if you don't live in the area, you can't pronounce it.
I mean, where else in Australia? But in Australia, you find a place called Meekatara.
Yeah.
And that's pretty mild,
It is. No, we got some beauties here. Indurupilli.
Yeah.
Why have I got this notification up here? Mike Kenny. Okay.
How about Tuggeranong? Now, where else in Australia, would you get Tuggeranong?
Tuggeranong.
Yeah, and the Tuggeranong Parkway leads you right to our nation's capital. So that's why, it was named after all those tuggers that sit in Parliament.
How appropriate.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
How appropriate. Here comes the freaking dude.
Jim's here, just late. That's the late Jim.
I
never used to believe in The Walking Dead. Hey, Ron.
Hey,
Ron Lockwood. Hey, go, mate.
Okay.
Doing better?
No.
Oh, I'm going to have to talk to you about that afterwards. Unbelievable.
Not looking good, my friend. We haven't got a lot of volume on you today, Ron, either.
What's that? Right?
You're really low.
Yeah, low volume.
Yeah, I'm on my iPad.
Well, that's really, really
I
low.
love my iPad, but they just don't perform so well in the live streams, do they?
They don't.
No, the microphone doesn't.
And that
Jimbo.
Always on top.
He haven't had a shave today, mate. What's going on? You know why he hasn't had a shave? He's got Da Vinci. That's why.
Oh, you did that to him. That's right. And he went and paid for a full version too.
He did. Oh, God damn it.
Sitting there going through the instructions.
Also, while I think about it, Matt, send me a referral link. Email me a referral link to Epidemic Sound, because I'm going to have to bite the bullet and join. So I might as well get somebody to send me the referral link, and they can get the extra month free or whatever they give you for referring somebody.
I got that, and I still got a music copy thing from Ron's video. What was that all about? When I played Ron's video Tuesday night?
Well, what music is it from where?
Jesus Christ, they list 50 people, including Disney.
Yeah, but where did Ron get his music from?
I thought Ron got it from Epidemic.
Have you got an Epidemic?
Yeah.
Well, if he didn't get it from Epidemic, he wouldn't have got it from Epidemic. Otherwise, he wouldn't have got a strike. You got a strike?
It's just an audio thing that if you get monetized, this video can't be monetized, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, but did you get a strike or a claim?
No, it's a claim, a music claim.
Don't worry about it.
They put their music
What's happened
information
yeah.
on the video.
I got a claim on that bloody World Flights video.
Yeah, that's stupid ass. Hey, Bob.
But there was only the claim only came through in Australia and Canada, as far as I'm aware, because Dave got one as well, but in other countries didn't. So who knows, man?
I used a piece of music in an early video from a guy. It's free. Ben Sounds I got it from. It was copyright free, and put it up. And I made the mistake of looking the guy up because I liked his music on Facebook, I think it was, and I sent him thank you and linked him to the video, and I credited him in the video as well. And it turned out that since he'd put it up there on the site for free use, he'd sold the rights to it to some music company, and a week later I got hit. So the moral of the story is never thank anybody.
I'm trying to see. I got Epidemic with joining TubeBuddy because I paid for TubeBuddy for a year, and then I got Audio Hero from joining something else.
Epidemic,
Neil, thank you.
Epidemic comes off of TubeBuddy, does it?
They gave me a free subscription to it.
How long
free
was it?
my ass. It was $50 for TubeBuddy for the year.
And how long did that subscription last to?
What did I just say? Didn't I
You
just
got a
say a
year.
year?
Yeah, but that's for TubeBuddy. Does that go all the way through?
What am I, psychic? I'm guessing it does.
Like, oh.
Well, mildly deranged, I'd say, Jim, but yeah.
Hey, I didn't even know it was Friday night, man. I'm sitting there watching somebody else's stream. And I checked my mail and I said, shit, is it Friday? Because I'm over here deeply engrossed in the damn 87,000. It's 2,962 pages of instructions for DaVinci Resolve.
Yeah.
I'm on page 57.
Bob Casey's got a question there, which I have no idea. Maybe you guys. I didn't know that you could use whatever you wanted under 1,000 subs. I'll be able to use whatever I want forever.
Well, you'll still get a claim on it. Because a lot of people that do that, because then they become viable to YouTube. Because there was talk not long ago about all the smaller channels just being shut down. I don't know if you heard about that,
Yeah.
but
I heard
anyway,
about it.
yeah. Anyway, I don't know where that's gone. Obviously, well, I mean, we're still here. So,
Well, they shut you down when you're a small channel. And how do you become a big channel?
and not only that, the smaller channels keep the big channels going. So if you chuck me out, I'm not going to be on YouTube, am I? Piss off. So the bigger channels will lose out anyway. from me
Well,
anyway.
it's certainly setting the stage for their competitors.
Yeah, they're actually there's another one too. iSpike's a member of it now. He sent me a thing through. Ken
Right.
McDonald. Now, Ken was I think he was the one last week or the week before or something who put his first drone video up. And when he did that, I went to his channel to check it out. But I think it may be for children, so you cannot comment on that video.
Right.
Yes.
Ray Kelly had done that too.
Yeah. So, Ken, if you want to change that, mate, we can all start commenting. But if you want to keep it as child friendly, it's up to you.
Don't change it. I've seen the comments they make.
Yeah. You know what? This mob commenting. What do we got here?
This is what they strapped on to my our live chat.
You've got a strap on.
No, you do. I borrowed yours.
Give it a scrub.
Paralyzed it.
Give it a scrub, mate.
Yeah.
How do I make that bigger? God damn it.
There's another
The
question.
question men have been asking through the ages. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Women
that's
have been
why
asking.
that's why he uses a strap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to go there,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
Ron?
It's either that or medication.
Yeah.
Comes in a pill form.
There's a lot of channels under 1K that play whatever music they want. Yeah. Oh, no doubt. But they'd not strikes, but they'd get claims every bloody video. I think who are we? Al Diaz put one out too with Pink Floyd song on it. So I don't know what happened with that one. That was a while ago too.
I just know this guy who's in a Floyd tribute band. So if I wanted any Floyd music, I'd just get him to play it.
We got.
Would his name be Matt? Would his first name be Matt and his last name be North?
Yeah, that's right. His name's Matt. And he's from one of the cardinal points of the compass.
Either doesn't matter. I might not want to see the comments. That's right, Ken. That's right. Especially dealing with this mob. Might be ruthless, mate. No, you'll be right. You'll be right, mate. Red Ruby, how are ya?
Who was that we had in our chat Tuesday that they were saying they didn't know her? The
Oh,
one that was asking what batteries can you use? You remember that?
Last week,
Tuesday, 3 days ago.
Tuesday. That's right. It was on your stream.
Yeah.
2 days. No wonder. Tuesdays is how many days ago? God, those Americans are so backwards. man.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. That's 3 days ago.
It's Saturday. Keep up, America.
Oh, you guys.
Yeah, that's right. And the bad news is, guys, when you get to Saturday, Trump's still president.
Yeah. And he'll be president in the next 4 years.
Yeah, I know. What is it? Have Americans not produced a decent shot since Lee Harvey Oswald?
Oh, man.
it looks like it's going to be windy in the States tomorrow too.
JFK had a normal sized head. It wasn't bright orange.
What the hell are you talking about?
Missed
Well,
that.
they could hit him. How could they miss Trump? Jesus Christ.
Who?
Give me an M82 and I'll hit him from here.
I got fucking hell. Trump for king. When did you lose the monarchy over there? Did you
Huh?
ever have a monarchy?
No, you idiot. We ran away from England and their monarchy. You
Filthy rebels.
You chased them away with pitchforks and shit. That's how good they were.
We had a tea party in Boston.
Yeah, they threw all the tea over the side into the harbour.
We will not be taxed.
Frightful beasts. No taxation without representation.
Well, see, now you know more about the English, American way than half the Americans do now with this.
I know a
remote
lot
schooling.
of American history, which only prompts me to ask one question. What happened?
In 1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue, and he was not the first one to America.
Isn't it in 1493, Columbus sailed the deep blue sea?
No, he took a pee. In 1492, he sailed the ocean blue. Get it right.
It's true. You know what? I was checking out this dude who's what's his name? Is it Biden or something, Biden or
Biden.
Yeah, Biden, I think.
He's a true
Biden.
idiot. True
my
idiot.
God, I've been watching some of this guy,
It's friggin' lost. The guy's lost.
him and
Yeah,
the mayor of Las Vegas
Oh, that
Um,
bitch.
should
Carmella?
should get together, put some ideas together. Those two.
The only
Jeez,
thing that I can't understand about Biden is, and totally away from anything about him as his politics or anything, you know, how do you feel safe electing somebody that old?
yeah, he's like 80 something or other.
We can't get rid of these people. They're in the friggin' Senate and they keep getting reelected. Got to get
Yeah,
rid of these people. There's no term limits in the Senate.
Yeah. And the young people just couldn't be bothered with it, so they go out and they don't become politicians anymore. So you're
No.
left with all of the bloody
It's true. You got to have money, man. Screw that.
exactly. And not only that, when it comes down to it, you want to make a difference, but no one who wants to make a difference that everyone wants ever gets into politics.
Yeah, if you want to really change the country, it's more productive to go into organised crime than politics, although it's a very fine dividing line.
Yeah, you're not wrong. It's weird, man. We're all stuck in the box. That's a problem. Now, where are we?
Hey, Chris Soap and Red Ruby Sky, and Rob Daisy is in there. The
Now, I'm
Autel-
wondering if Chris is physically at the tattoo shop with Sean Oz. Are you physically
What?
there, Chris?
What?
Chris Hope. He went to Spin Down, so he
Yeah.
is physically in Colorado right now.
Yep.
With Kelly and Sean Oz.
Yeah.
Because I was watching them, which made me late here because you did not contact me ahead of time to tell me today was Friday.
I told you that last Friday, mate. I said it'll be Friday next week again, mate.
I was late again, Chris, by 20 minutes, I think, right? Wasn't it bad?
Something like that. Yeah.
You had to get stuck with Ari. I'm sorry. I apologize for that. I know what kind of hell that can be.
We were all alone. But at least you didn't ask me to rub the bug repellent again, Jim.
No. I didn't need. Actually, there was a heap of mozzies out there yesterday for some reason. I have no idea why.
Okay, so we got to guess what a mozzie is.
Mosquito.
Why the hell don't you just say skeeto?
Why say
'Cause they're
mozzie?
mozzies. Yeah.
We say the first bit. We say the first bit of it.
The boys across the pond here, we're supposed to know what the hell you're talking about?
Yeah.
A mozzie. To me, that's a Muslim. Load up.
Holy shit. Jesus Christ, Jim. Is it?
All clear on the firing range.
Yeah.
Hey?
I guess you got bit by a bunch of Muslims. You got bit by a bunch of Muslims.
No.
They
Actually, they
jumped
didn't come near me. They didn't come near me for a change. They, I didn't get bit once, actually.
Well, the first one says, have a look at this guy. Let's get the hell away from him.
He goes, I've had a taste of that. Don't bother. Yeah.
There goes the mic already. Gary's telling me to shut up. He says, whose show is this? You're a guest. Shut the hell up.
So there you go. Well, he can't help it. He can't help it. His mic's going to do that for him by the looks of it. Fucking
A
hell.
skeeter. There you go, Cody. Tell him.
Yeah, but our mosquitoes are not like your mosquitoes. If one of our
You got better
mosquitoes-
ones?
Yeah, well, if ours land at the airport, mate, they'll get 20 or 30,000 litres of aviation gasoline in them before they realise the difference.
This is not something I would be proud of. My skeeters are better than your skeeters.
Hey, you know,
You
we'll
two
keep
go,
our skeeters. You keep Donald Trump even.
You,
go.
why are you so jealous of Donald Trump? You don't
Jealous?
have them over there.
Oh, look, mate, we lack viable targets here in Australia.
We don't.
No, that's obvious.
We've got your latitude and longitude at any time. Button ready.
You might get a little
Another
surprise.
sandbar.
Who's going to teach you guys how to fight your next war?
Like you ever taught the Americans anything. Don't even
Yeah,
start.
mate. You didn't amount to much in the
Don't even
Pacific. till we
start.
showed you how.
Don't even start.
We didn't piss off back home after the Second World War to Vietnam. We stayed there.
I'm sorry, son. We were there in 1959. Where the fuck were you?
We were there, mate.
No, you weren't.
Really? You need to read your history, buddy.
We'll get off this subject because I'm going to
That's
defend
when
my
my father
country till
went
death do us part.
presidential citation for Korea because we weren't there.
How many wars did you fight in?
Official wars, none.
Hey, Matt,
I'm not going to lay claim to
You're
that,
wrong.
Jim.
I'm going to switch computers.
Oh, yeah.
mate.
Come back.
One with a headset.
Just about to crank up the CC 73cc chainsaw. I actually need one of them.
I got sick and tired. I bought a chainsaw because I had a heap of stuff to cut down the yard here. I used it, did a shitload of work with it, and didn't touch it for like 6 or 8 months. And my neighbour come over and goes, "Oh, you got a chainsaw, haven't you?" And I said, "Yeah." She goes, "Can you come and do something?" "Yeah, no worries." "You think I could start it?" "No." I threw it in the bin.
I got a McCulloch downstairs that sat in the cupboard for 6 years. And I got it out and it started third pull.
Yeah. No, mine was an Azito cheap ass thing. Have you got a brand there, Jim, that is, say at Menards, right? There's a brand that's specific to Menards.
No.
No, okay. Okay. Well, we got like Bunnings, which is the same, and they've got a specific brand that only they sell, as well as the other ones, you know, Black and Deckers and all that sort of shit.
Stealth is the top name. STIHL.
Still,
Yeah, they're big here.
absolutely. It's they're good everywhere, those things. And Husqvarna too is another good one.
But I do what you do. I buy the electrics, and what happens is either the chain gets dull, or if you leave it sitting there long enough, the damn thing freezes up to where you can't use it because it wasn't getting oiled, you know? And then you throw it out and buy another.
Yeah. Get another one. Yeah. I've only just I had a Ryobi made in the US, this one, before they changed over. No, I had that thing near 20 years, man. 22 years. And finally the head seized up on it. Oh, there goes your mic again.
That sounds familiar. What was the name of it?
Ryobi.
Yeah. We have that.
Yeah.
They're really big. Yeah.
I've got a power washer. I just bought from them. It's very good, actually.
Oh, the high pressure washer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The big thing with Ryobi over here is they produce a bunch of electric everythings that all run on the same battery. About 70 different devices.
That's what I use for my AGE stuff. It's brilliant. I actually bought a bloody line trimmer, and it's got a 6,000 milliamp on it. Still is made in China now. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, that's it, Tom. Same over there. Yep.
Yeah,
Is it made in China now?
that's
Jesus.
Isn't just about everything?
yeah.
How about that Ryobi? Where's that made at? Is that Mexico or something?
I don't know, man, because it used to be the US. It used to be made there. And you know what? For those 22 years, I never changed the spark plug in it.
I know.
Two-stroke.
That's like the ride-on lawnmower. If the thing stops working, you throw it away and get another one because it'll last for years.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's right.
There's a two-stroke are done, or at least here. I don't know what about the rest of the world, but they haven't been able to sell anything that's two-stroke here for about 4 years, isn't it, Matt?
Something like that. Yeah. It's all four-stroke shit now. Japanese. Okay. So when did Chris get up there to spin down?
He was driving up.
Driving.
Yeah, he drove, man. He
It's like
drove
a 10-hour
up,
drive, isn't it, or some shit?
but he stopped in overnight in Abilene, Texas, something like that.
Okay.
And they're all there now, chatting away. I saw them.
Man, that's awesome. Let me have a look. Whose channel?
Well, Sean Oz has got one going, and I was watching that. And then Ready, Set, Drone went live. So they're both going on now. Sean Oz is easier to type.
That can't be him. How many
What?
subscribers has he got?
Sean?
Yeah.
He's got a couple thousand, I think.
Oh shit. Well, this Sean Oz I'm looking at's got 457,000.
No.
Yeah. Okay. How do you spell it then? I might be spelling it wrong.
OZZ. SEAN.
2 Zs.
OZZ. There you go.
He's got 13,900.
Holy moly! Right.
He does tattooing and
Yeah, he was in your live the other day going through his shop.
yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, he's not live right now. He must have shut it off.
He's not. Streamed 41 seconds ago. He must have
Yeah.
just finished up.
Yeah. So Ready,
I
Set,
got the
Drone is
notice
the
of
other
that
one.
41 seconds ago.
Ready, set, drone.
That's Kelly, and they're doing their live right now. They're 34 minutes into it, and you have to sit there and watch the 5-second commercial for Biden,
Oh,
the idiot.
really?
One thing out here, they have a curtain call on political advertisements. A certain period before any election, they have to legally stop advertising. So we're all praying for the election to get closer, so we have to stop. We can stop listening to the bullshit.
Oh man, you are not kidding.
Plenty of that. I was in the US with the first term of what's his bloody name? Shit, 2008. What's his name?
Bush elder?
Obama?
Barber. That's him.
All right.
He wasn't elected yet, and anyway, I was there for the fight between that lot, and that was interesting to witness. So many divided people. His spin down. He's finished. He's not live anymore.
What are you talking about? I got it. It's running live.
I'm not even showing him running live. It says streamed 1 minute ago.
Oh, he did end it.
Live from Sean's tattoo shop.
Yeah, it did end.
Yeah. Oh, that sucks. Is anyone live from there at the moment?
No. Well,
Damn.
I don't know.
Yeah, it'd be nice to check that shit out.
Chris Hope is here in the chat, and he's actually there too.
He's a man who can multitask.
Fly Natural, Roosevelt is there. A bunch of people couldn't make it. Like Ken Dono wound up going to Philadelphia instead, and
Oh, did he?
yeah, and Mel's
having
working
coffee
on his
with Mike.
phone at home.
He's having what? He's having
Coffee with Mikey.
coffee.
Coffee. Yeah, that's it. Mikey did a flight yesterday testing out the range for the Mavic Air 2 with the new smart controller upgrade. And I was actually seriously impressed, considering it was right over the city, and he got the damn thing out to closer to 4 kilometers than 3.
With the smart controller.
Yeah, with the smart controller and the Mavic Air 2. Right, how he does. He flies right outside his house, right in the middle of the built-up area. And he got the thing to 11,000 odd feet, which is 3.4 Ks, I think, or something like that.
Shit.
I was pretty impressed, considering that he's right in the middle of the city.
I'd
Not
be
making
shitting
any
my
comments.
dax.
Sorry?
I'd be shitting my dax every time I took off if I was him.
I
My
think he is anyway, but it just doesn't stop him.
I think he's just done it that many times. He doesn't. It's second nature now. You know.
Why do you think when he gets on the treadmill and does those workout videos, he's got that odd gait? He walks so funnily. That's because he's got a set of balls hanging between his legs, the size of a bull elephant.
You're gonna have to. Yeah. I mean, when I flew in the city there by the Story Bridge there, here in Brisbane, for those of you who don't know, you know, I was really, really watching where I was going, man, and I, you know, it's so easy just to fly over these buildings, you know, but I went nowhere near them. I didn't.
Mate, I had to do a job safety assessment for a flight over the Story Bridge, and you know, I didn't fly it. I just did the paperwork for it. It was enough to put me off for the rest of my life. I don't want to fly around there.
It's okay. I was over the river the whole time.
There are 7 unregulated helicopter landing sites and 3 airports within the. Oh, it's just a nightmare.
Mm. Yeah.
As long as you were in Litchi the whole time, Matt.
Yeah, dude.
That's what counts.
Do your program flight, and then it's not your fault. Oh, I'm not in charge. Yes,
I didn't do it. Litchi did it.
Oh, yeah. Litchi freaked out.
Dolly did it.
Andy, how are you, mate? I haven't seen you for a while, buddy. He's just come from a trip back down from Darwin. He's got beautiful spots out there, some really arid places too, man. But the reds and all that sort of stuff that come out in the middle of the desert here in Australia, quite impressive. So he's got some nice videos up there about that shit now.
Mike Kenny says he got 15,000 today with the regular controller. 15,000 feet.
Wow, most people say that the standard controller is on all of them is slightly better than the smart controller. I think I haven't measured it, but the impressions I get, I seem to have a better connection with the standard controller at distance. But let's face it, you know, you're only allowed line of sight usually here anyway.
I'll tell you something, and I had to really pull my head in yesterday because I was doing that. I flew another mountain, Jim. Anyway. So I'm going around this mountain, I'm watching, oh, it's beautiful shot. Okay, no worries. Anyway, so I'm actually not above the mountain. I'm actually there.
And behind it.
Starting to go behind it. And I noticed my screen went, and I went, stop. And I went, shit. If I lose connection, this is going to return to home.
And let me guess, like your return to home altitude was set to like 100 meters above 60. Takeoff. 60, yeah. I learned that the hard way on my very first commercial job, which was down in the Currumbin Valley, and I had to do mapping. And, you know, I had the maximum height set to 120 meters and return to home set to 100 meters. And this resort, it was the Currumbin Valley something or other resort. It's in a valley. And what I didn't realize, where I was taking off is sort of like 400 feet lower than the peak. So I nearly flew the damn thing into the side of the mountain on a Lychee mission.
Lychee. Okay, now. Chris Hope.
There's Chris right from Dillon, Colorado. And Fly Natural is now in the chat. Roosevelt's there too.
Mate, good on you. Rick, very soon, actually, mate. I'm heading up north.
He's trying to talk.
I can't hear him. His mouth isn't moving. I can't hear anything.
I heard him. Say it again, Chris.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Shit.
Not well, but we can hear you.
Really bad. Nah,
Yeah,
shit.
Bad,
I was using
bad
that
connection,
store.
man. I'm sorry.
Hey?
Bad connection, he said. I'm sorry. It's that store connection.
Yeah, okay. Yep.
I asked Sean and Kelly to say hello to you for me. Ray Kelly says, Chris. I don't know if you can see the chat.
I don't. He's gone. Yeah, that was really bad, that connection, man. Shit.
I thought we only got internet connections like that in Australia.
Well, if you around here, if you go to like Walmart, you can use their free internet.
Wi-Fi, yep.
The minute you go outside the store, it's like crap.
Yeah.
Out here, all the free. Sorry, Matt, go.
Rick, yes, next week, mate, I'll be heading north, and there's a couple of waterfalls I'm going to get to. I've got to really pick and choose them, though, because some of them are like 5K hikes through the bush. So I won't be doing them. So hopefully be coming up with some nice ones, man. I'll be working out where I'm going over the next 3 days, probably Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday next week. So I'm going to get heaps of footage all through the national parks up there and all that sort of biz. And, all that sort of bizzo. Hope there's no mozzie.
Isn't it good we live in a state where we're allowed to fly over national park?
It is for now. Let's just hope that stays like that.
Well, we had some idiot land in a national park, and it started a fire.
Mm-hmm.
So now no one can fly in a national park. That's what happened.
We got Ash back. How are you? Good to see you again. Nice of you to pop in. Check out Ash's channel, everyone, if you want to. That'll be good. Bad service. Sorry, Matt. No worries, mate. Peter Carroll.
Oh, he got a new Tiny Hawk too. Chris did.
Yeah, he drowned his other one, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Bob Casey, who's also in the chat, he got. Remember, he was talking about his battery smoked when he plugged it in. He got another battery, and he was gonna solder it up. I wonder how that worked out.
Oh shit! Yes, smoke coming out of batteries not a good thing. Rack, I love waterfalls. That's great, Matt. Oh, beautiful. Okay, yeah, no worries, mate. Update. Remember, I was telling you about that the idiot that soaked her drone in demineralized water because that's good for it.
How's that going?
Okay. What I'll do is I'll just read you. Where is it? Unbelievable. It came through yesterday while I was out and about flying, and I just read it and I thought, you mole. Can I find it? No. Oh, come on. Here we go.
Gotcha, Bob.
Right. Because update, I flushed it out, all this sort of shit. Anyway, so she's got it back now. All of a sudden, it doesn't work. Look at these connectors; they're all dirty and all this sort of shit. And blah blah blah. One bloke just wrote underneath there, interesting, and I just answered him, and I said, "There's an unexpected result," right? Anyway, he just laughed, and she wrote back, "No need to be smart. Nothing would have helped it, mate. Not alcohol, not a thing. The board is cooked. Alcohol will not reverse this damage." Well, what she's failing to realise is I was trying to prevent that damage.
You know, that level of expertise, she's obviously a professional. So why the hell would she?
Well, listen to this, right? She's taking advice from a bloke called Rusty, who I think corrosion would be the last thing on his mind. He wouldn't worry about it.
Corrosion is his friend.
Rusty Owen, his name is. Good on him. Good on him for that technical advice there.
If your drone has a bath or any of your electronics has a bath, the outlook is bleak, but it's not hopeless. The last thing you're going to do is pour water in it, any kind of water.
You mean I shouldn't submerge the thing in the bathtub?
Not even demineralized bathtub, Jim. No.
Unbelievable. Dunk it a few times and then shake it and then open the arms and fold it and make sure you do that all underwater. Apparently, according to
CPR for drones, isn't it?
Hey?
It's sort of like CPR for drones. You know, turn it on its back and pump the arms in there.
I answered her with that. Alcohol will not reverse this damage, blah, 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 blah. And I just wrote back, I'm sure you're right. And I put a sleepy face next to it. Man.
Cody, that's how Cody cleans his, yeah.
You should have said dunk it back in the bathtub. See if that helps.
Yeah. This time put it down the toilet.
Yeah. Get the flushy.
And use the – you got to flush it out. Yeah. Just tie a little bit of fishing rope, a fishing line around it so it doesn't go all the way down. Tie that to the base of the toilet, insert, flush multiple times, and make sure you got that blue tablet in your thing.
Yes.
Because that really cleans it out.
That's right, blue stuff. I don't know. Look,
that's an antiseptic.
It is. You want to, yeah, Jeremy drones. They are Jeremy.
That's right. They're flying around, catching on. Look, as you know, man, my first trade is a tech. Although I haven't worked in the trade for years, I still get stuff coming in from people that know me. I know of somebody who's got a Samsung Galaxy Note 2, which shows you how old that thing's got. A drinking problem in its life. It's drunk 2 glasses of water, a glass of green tea, and a stubby of beer, and I've recovered it every single time. It's still running.
I would. It would.
You know, I wish I'd have known about demineralized water. It probably would have been even better.
Oh, absolutely. That's the only way to do it, mate. Only way.
That's what I do with my toaster. When I want to clean my toaster, I throw it in the bathtub, shake it a few times.
Turn it on.
Turn it on.
Yeah, leave it plugged in. Yeah, it works better plugged in.
Yeah. Lights up the house better.
Gives you new hairstyle. The new
isn't such a problem, you know, depending which way it's come to rest in the tree, because of that bottom mounted battery and the fact that they don't have any, you know, fold out arms or whatnot, unless it's really, really pelted down, a little bit of condensation, dew, whatever, it should be okay.
Well, who was that? Robert Glazier that lost his in the rain? I said Blind Neil's talking about it too.
The Autel, yeah. So he's got his. Hang on.
Robert got his Autel back. He found it.
Has Neil got it?
Neil's waiting to get it back, but he's already got the isopropyl alcohol waiting. The SD card will be great. It'll be fine.
Yeah, that won't.
They're nigh on indestructible. Those things get a bit of corrosion on the pads. That's the worst of it.
And not only that, the way you put them in the Spark 2, and it's got the little flap that goes over it. I don't think any water's going to get in there anyway.
I think Tomas has the right idea there.
Yep, the microwave.
Dry it right out.
I used to know a guy in the trade. He was into IT. And, you know, you get buggered around by service departments when you get something that's got an intermittent fault. And I was around there one day and he was calling up the service department of Motorola. He had a radio that had this intermittent fault and it was still under warranty and they wouldn't touch it, you know. He puts down the phone, opens up the microwave, puts the radio in there, 30 seconds, medium high, sparks again, takes it out. Well, it's not intermittent anymore. They replaced it.
That'll do it.
Martin Powell. Good day, Martin, in case you're there.
50% power on
Ah, he flew it twice. Cool.
the home point has been updated. Please check in the toilet. Yeah, okay, Rob, that's awesome, mate. That's awesome. You got it back. What happened there? I can't remember. What happened? He ran out of battery or something, didn't he?
I don't remember the initial circumstances.
Yeah. I was going to fly with some bones. What have we got here?
Ray, that flying I did out on the Barrier Reef, I was flying from a 35-meter boat and I was nervous.
Okay. Well, you know, I wouldn't even bother with any of that, though, Thomas, to be honest. Best thing you can do is rip it apart and dry it out like that. That's the only... Well, you've got to take it apart anyway, otherwise it won't dry out.
If you're talking about one of these big commercial freezer units that have a dehumidifier built in, a purpose-built, maybe.
Freezer?
I can't see it working with your domestic fridge. It's just, you know, you wouldn't get a build-up of ice in a fridge if there wasn't moisture in there.
That's right, contact cleaner. Same thing, really. It's isopropyl alcohol. Yeah, that's what we've been talking about there.
I like that. But it's very expensive, but that spray cleaner for the cars, not the contact cleaner, the one for the mass airflow sensors, leaves no trace at all. Very expensive shit, though, man. Like a 16-ounce bottle is like $10 or something like that.
We have that. So I got a tin of that sort of stuff down. So I like the stuff they use to start the diesels. Out here, it's called Start You Bastard. Go down to Super Cheap Car Accessories and buy a tin of Start You Bastard.
We used to use carburetor cleaner as starter fluid. They used to sell regular starter fluid.
Well, they Start Your Bus is a similar thing to Monkey Butt. It's that shit that you had. I'm just talking about the names of things, the difference. Monkey Butt, for God's sake. They'd Start Your Bastard, all that sort of shit.
That's
Dave
their
Ennis
selling.
saying nice things about you, Matt.
Sorry, mate?
Dave Ennis is in the chat there saying nice things about you.
Is he?
Deluded soul, yeah.
Oh, nice. Good on you, mate. Good on you. You would have learned absolutely nothing. Good on you. Thanks for popping in, man. Awesome. Sometimes we come up with some good things. Other times they're even better.
Other times it's like this.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Ray Kelly was going to go off a boat today. I tell you something, Ray, you got more balls than I do. I do not have the balls to go off a boat and tell the remote to, follow the drone to follow the remote back to the home point, an active home point.
Yeah, I saw somebody put a question on something like that on one of the forums yesterday about, if he puts his controller in his backpack and will it follow him on his dirt bike? I'm thinking, let us know how you go.
When I was down on the beach a couple of weeks ago, I put the drone up and I jumped in the car. Off we went. I had like 80% battery left. And he goes, battery life, only enough to return to home. Looking at battery life, 80%. My home point's freaking 6K back that way. And the drone's in front of the car. Yeah, bastard.
You forgot to change it to remote controller as the home point.
I did. Or at least what I did do, though, was just update the home point then, just like a quick and easy thing. So off I went. Good evening, Brian. Rick Hauber. Yep, no worries. I'll try it one day.
Is that, like I said, I haven't tried it. If you press the button to go to the original point instead of that follow me on the remote, does it automatically go to the home point that it took
the
off?
point that it recorded on takeoff, yeah.
So it can dynamically switch back to the original point.
I'm not sure if once you've changed, like if you take off with it set to return to where it's taking off from, and then you change it to your remote controller. I'm not sure if you can change back to the original one or not. I've never tried that.
Right, that's what I'm asking. Yeah,
that's an interesting experiment for next time.
Say that again.
You know how you can change when you take off, the drone records the home point, and later on, if you want to, you can go into the settings and change that to the home point being your remote controller if you've moved, like if you're in a moving object. What we're wondering is if you can then go back afterwards and reselect the original return to home point and have it go there.
I don't think you can. No.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to try.
Because the two settings there that you've got is for your remote and home point.
That's right.
If you were to do home point again, it will record its current home point.
I think you're probably right.
Yeah, it won't take it back to the new one. It'll reset.
So that answers my question. Yeah.
Yeah. Home point has been updated. Please check it on your map. That's what it'll say. If you were to push that again. Because there's only two settings there, isn't there?
Yeah. There is.
You just push it.
Yeah.
Bob Case is going to try that tomorrow. Good. Let us know how it goes. Don't do anything too adventurous, like move maybe 100 yards.
We don't want.
He's got the area that he can do that. I can't do that around here. It landed in somebody's pool. I was on a 26-foot Sea Ray Sundancer, nice boat. At least I got the shots at the dock. Okay. Yeah, Ray was going to try it off the boat. Yeah.
It's all mind games. So, every one of us, when we're on land, we can land on a 60 centimeter landing pad 100 times out of 100. But because we're offshore on a 26-foot boat, we get nervous.
Well, look what happened to Ron. When he was out there and he was trying to land his drone, he cut himself to shreds. And the drone wouldn't shut off. And, you know, once you turn them, you've probably all done it too. You turn that drone, if it doesn't shut off, it's going to go flat frickin' knackers to try and right itself.
Yeah.
And you've got to have an Arnie Schwarzenegger wrist to bloody hold that thing, mate.
Well, suffice to say, I've never tried to hand catch an Inspire.
You know, don't do that. Yeah. Oh,
I've seen that done too.
Yeah, I've seen people do it. But I've already had one hand reconstruction in my life, Jim. I can do without another.
Well, you would need another one too, because that'd slice you to shreds.
You know, that is so funny because I saw a long time ago that guy, Never Mind Your Own. He flew his drone straight up. It was about 400 feet up. And as soon as it hit a power line, it turned the drone 90 degrees, right? Shut off the drone and the thing came down like a damn rock.
I saw that. That was a friend's. That wasn't even his drone.
Because he had to go buy another one. Yeah.
He borrowed it, and he hit that tiny little power line. It's like the old. There's a pole in the middle of the ocean. You're going to run into it, aren't you? You know. And
he found it. Yep.
Yeah, that's
like if you borrow a drone. Like there's this prominent YouTuber mentioning no names, Ken Heron, who borrowed a Skydio and pranged it. I think.
Yeah, well, you know, no, I read something a minute ago. I always thought you could change your home point. You can change your home point, Bob. That's what.
Yeah, but we're talking about going back from when you change it to dynamically follow the remote controller, which is on a boat, hitting the original home point button will not send it back to where it originally took off.
Actually, there's an option. No, that's right. There is an option. When you push on that, it says set aircraft at current home point. Is there another option apart from that? Because I always say yes.
Bob will tell us tomorrow.
Bob.
Yeah, Robert, I'm not a big fan of hand catching, but, you know, there are certain situations. If you're on sandy soil, I'd rather hand catch than get sand in my motors.
Bob, there was no way he could see that power line. There were two mountains here. He was down in that valley following those cars. He was on that series where he was following the cars, the old early 1900s cars that were making their tour. So when he went up, you couldn't see any power line that high up. It came down like a rock. And what we're talking about is when Ron, RL Photography, took his drone out and turned it around, it didn't shut off. Instead, it started, cutting him up.
So he sliced him, mate. Yeah, sliced him up big time.
Which drone was it?
The Phantom 4.
Oh, yeah, they'll cut you.
There was the Phantom 4, wasn't it?
No. He was. You're talking about Ron Urry?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ron Lockwood, yeah.
Pro 2, yeah.
Oh, the Pro 2, yeah. Well, even that.
Oh, mate, I've hit me bloody fingers with those props, and instant numbness,
Mm-hmm.
and it looked like I smashed my finger with a hammer.
Yeah.
Let's not start that again.
No, it's not fun. You're not allowed to do that. You don't play harmonica.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah, no, painful shit, mate. Bloody hurts. And they're those flimsy little bloody props. You know, those flimsy little, what do they call it? Low noise props. You know?
When I first got my Inspire 1, I was flying it here in the neighborhood, and I've got a spare block of land up, and they hadn't mowed the lawn there in a long time. You know, it was sort of this high. So I thought it'd be fun to, do a bit of lawn mowing. So I was flying the Inspire back and forth about 2 feet above the ground at high rate of knots. And we were all laughing like crazy because it was like a lawnmower, mate. The grass was flying up in the air and a big swathe behind it. I wasn't laughing when I spent the next 3 days cleaning the drone with cotton tips and alcohol. But, people underestimate what those blades can do.
You got to be careful too, because the Mavic the Mavic series, what I found with both of them too, it doesn't take much of a resistance on one of the motors for the drone to shut down. So, let's say, for example, on an uneven surface, got a bit of grass going, whatever, if it starts to hit too much resistance, it'll shut down.
Yeah.
Now, I've done some flying through grass and stuff like that, just tipping them. And to be quite honest, I might have ended up in the drink a few times because I've seen the grasses going, but the effect was awesome. You couldn't see it flying like that, but going through the grass looked really cool. So I thought, okay, I'm going to do that. And I'm thinking, and it was only yesterday too that I started off with a little bit of, I just popped it down somewhere, a little bit of high grass, and it went and shut down. I went, oh shit. And it was just a bit of bloody grass that did it.
I hate that when you're starting up the drone. I always forget, especially the Mavic Mini, you got to be in perfect level of ground, because if that little camera hits the glass, it stops.
It's over and done with. Yeah, exactly.
I've done it quite a few times on the Mavics, Jim. The little calibration dance, and you get the gimbal overloader. These days, I generally tend to hold it, about this far above the ground, and while it's doing that. Hey, Dean. Welcome to the Madhouse.
Hey, how are you, mate?
And Curtis as well.
Oh, Curtis Darts here. How are you, mate? Yeah, man. What I got no issues with hand catching it. That's all right. But it's when I was down the beach and stuff. I was taking it and I was hand launching it. Now that's the worrisome thing for me, because it takes off and the Mavic always dips before it, and you think it's going to come straight at me, so you face it the other way. But it always worries me. When do I take my hand away? It wants to go, but it doesn't. If you take it, is it going to fall? That's.
Well, if you're going to do that a lot, it'd almost be worth making yourself up a little square platform on a handle.
Absolutely. Vroom, off you go.
Yep.
Just use that auto takeoff thing. What do you got? Tim. Oh, Tim Jackson. Where'd Tim go? He said he's back.
Tim went flying yesterday. I think it blew him home. The wind, that is.
Well, I was up there yesterday, and he messaged me, and I just got home, and because he was going to the waterfall, and this is what I was talking about to Rick Alba here. There's a couple of waterfalls that I'll be doing, and he was at one of them yesterday, and I was like maybe 35 minutes from there yesterday. God damn it!
He spoke to me the day before yesterday, and he said, I'm thinking of going out and flying whatever the waterfall was. And I said, well, like I said to Matt, I'd be going early because the forecast is it's going to blow up. And then I got a message sort of around lunchtime, said, you were right, it's damn windy. I said, yeah, my kids hate that about me, that I'm right.
I did, Joe. I'm lucky I got my flight in when I did, to be honest. It was worked in porn again, Jim.
How long? Like he went in the morning, you went in the afternoon, that kind of thing?
Yeah, I went in the morning. Yeah, mornings are always, unless it's an inherent wind that's going to be there for a few days, the mornings will generally 99% of the time be calm. And it was when I was just about to leave, actually, I was doing a few more shots right up top, and I could see the shit up the top of this mountain just going like this. And I thought, I'd run 6 batteries by that point, so I was ready to roll.
Don't you have 4 or 5 drones? Doesn't everybody have 4 or 5 drones, mate?
I've only got 3. I've only got 3 drones, mate. 3 drones, and I'm going to hold off on looking at any sort of Inspire. It'd be nice, but I don't know.
I like the Inspires, but I like OcuSync. Lightbridge frightens me sometimes, and I don't know whether we're going to see an Inspire with OcuSync.
Well, what's yours? What's the Matrice, Jim?
It's enhanced Lightbridge.
Yep. Lightbridge. Isn't the latest the 300 series is Lightbridge as well, is it, Jim?
Yeah. They don't. Yeah. I don't think they use OcuSync. But I'm also using, because they have RTK signals too, so it's like, what are you duplicating? You know.
I was looking at an RTK ground station yesterday, and 15,000 Australian.
That's a lot of money, man.
It is.
I would
I'm
go with the EMLID, EMLID. They got an EMLID Plus and an RS2. Very, very reasonable.
I'm not getting enough work to justify it. The next thing I'm probably going to splash on is a multispectral camera. Probably nothing flash, maybe a Parrot Sequoia, something like that, because I live near a lot of agricultural areas, and I could probably use that more.
Mm.
I can't get anybody around here interested in that, Ari.
Curtis, you may have flown a Phantom 1. However, I didn't fly any drones that were invented by Leonardo da Vinci.
Da Vinci.
Yeah.
I have Da Vinci.
Curtis used to have ornithopter drones, with little flapping wings.
Hey,
Yeah.
Curtis, thank you for that link. I was discussing monitors with Curtis, trying to get his secrets, because Curtis does his own magazine and all that stuff, and I know he plays with colors.
What screens you got? What monitor?
I'm not telling you now. He told me.
What's the secret?
Yes. Don't you know everything is a goddamn state secret when you're talking about drones? If I know it, I can't teach you.
I can't tell you. I can't tell you not to waste your money elsewhere. You got to find it yourself.
No. I'm better than you. I can't tell you what I'm actually using.
Yeah.
Well, he could tell you, but then he'd have to kill you.
I've got a 1080 screen I'm looking at. Yeah, go get it. It's awesome for 4K footage.
I actually had that guy, Wazi Quasi, who I was showing on my stream Tuesday, who checks everything on different monitors. I remember we were talking about the iPad monitor and all that.
Yep.
I actually had him tell me in one of his chats, don't bother, dude, unless you're a colorist and a professional, don't bother getting a good monitor. Stay with a 709 sRGB monitor. That's like telling somebody, hey, I'm better than you. Go screw off, man,
Yeah, don't
Stay in your corner.
I've always appreciated having good tools or good instruments. I'm the first person to admit that in musical instruments, I am not good enough, in my opinion, to deserve the instruments I have, but I still appreciate them. I've probably got drone equipment that I don't deserve to have, considering the light commercial load I have, but I like having it, and I do utilize it. If I could afford, a professionally calibrated monitor, I'd have one.
This is the monitor that Jim, you can't show up the host. All right, I'm trying to shut up, but anyway, this is the monitor Curtis turned me on to, because I was looking at the
BenQ.
Samsung, the BenQ PDU, thank you, 2700U. And this one, this one is VESA HDR 400, Ari.
Yep.
And my good TV is putting out 550 Candela. This TV here is putting out 314. So, like, the darks are going to be different from this TV to that TV, and that's stupid. Why is there no standard?
Well, those BenQs that you're looking at, which I would still be happy if I could get one here, they're not the best by any means. They're just the cheapest that's worth having.
Right. They're 539.
Yeah. I mean,
if you look at the VESA standards. Sorry,
if you're serious, you expect to spend 4 times that.
Oh, yeah. There's some $5,000 monitors, for Christ's sakes. But I'm not doing a Hollywood movie.
No.
I just want to see my HDR footage that I did in D-Log. That's 10-bit, that came off my Mavic 2 Pro, the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
It's like having a camera that's great and not using it.
Exactly right. Exactly right. And this is the freaking conundrum I was in, a couple of months
Steve. G'day, mate.
That we were talking about.
You're very quiet, Steve.
What?
People are talking.
Yeah, no, crank up your volume, your mic volume.
A little better.
Yeah,
That's much
Brian. But I still got to get with you. See, now you and I have to have the discussion because Brian's been helping me out with making decisions computer-wise. And then NVIDIA just put out the 3000 series that are as cheap as the 2080s or the 2070s.
Yeah, the bottom end 3000 is as good as the TI. And you can stop that, Curtis, okay? False
Hey, Ray.
modesty. You are not lame. I wish I could do half as well as you do.
Good day to you, gentlemen, Matt and Ari.
Is that a pizza box to your left?
No, just a banking top of a banking box.
Banking box? Look how much money this dude carries around.
Soon, though, in 27 minutes, his pizza arrives.
Yeah, what?
Looking at the state of your banking box, I can confidently say you got kids too, right, Steve?
You got it. You notice it's empty.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good evening there to you, Jim.
Only have Walmart, Staples, and I think an Office Depot. Everything else around me, like that computer store, been shut down. Kmart's have been shut down. All the chains are gone around here.
What do you mean
Like-
chains?
Like the computer, there was a computer shop I used to always go to. Computer Mart? What the hell was the name of it? I mean, all it had was computers.
Mm-hmm.
And you could go in there, mix and match.
Franchises.
I don't know whether it's been the same in the US. You guys didn't lock down as hard as we did, but out here, the only stores that are absolutely booming are computer stores, because everyone's working from home. We've got Harvey Norman, which Tom would know that they're it's an Australian firm, but they're in Europe and Britain and Ireland and whatnot. At the beginning of COVID, they had a $1 billion line of credit, and they announced yesterday that they were out of debt.
Wow.
And that's just on COVID sales.
That's cool.
Well, do you have a Fry's Electronics there, Jim?
No. That's what I'm trying to tell you, man. I'm stuck with a Walmart, Office Depot, and a Staples.
Well, like for us, they're a ways away from me. It's up in Anaheim. I mean, it's a 30-some minute drive, but for Fry's, they're a big center. But then there's I forget who was on here last week was talking about, but Micro Center,
Yes.
computer stores. We have one.
Is a big supporter of them.
Who?
Brian
Oh,
B.
okay.
Materials.
Yeah.
I'm just going to answer a question by Brian. If you mean what is the new computer, what is that one?
Yeah.
That's a water-cooled 3800X AMD with 128 gigs of 3600 RAM, MSI motherboard, and a 2070 Super video card in that one.
3600 RAM?
3600 megahertz RAM. Yeah. Once you get to the 3700 and above, AMDs don't overclock particularly well, but they appreciate lots of bandwidth in the memory.
My RAM is DDR4 2600.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
2666.
this is a misnomer too. This is a misnomer. They've got what's called most RAM is either 2166 or 2666 in its standard SPD, the serial presence detect chips on them.
Right.
And they have what's called XPD in the BIOS, which is basically the manufacturers produce the RAM. It's technically 2166 or 2666, but they test it at the higher speeds and they record those profiles on the chip. And you go into your BIOS and turn on, and it will automatically overclock the RAM to the factory predetermined level. So when you see companies,
That's cool.
they advertise their RAM as 3600, and you bring it home and you put it into your computer and you turn it on, and it's only running at 2166 because you haven't turned on the feature in BIOS.
When I bought the RAM for this, I was actually on a Facebook chat with Steve, who turned me on to you. You're familiar with Crucial?
Yes.
Who makes RAM and hard drives and all. They have their own little app. When you download it, it'll automatically tell you what products they have that go exact fit with your computer. So that's what I used.
I can show you my Apple computers, Al, but they're all running Windows.
Yeah, I can show you my Apple computers too, but they're all broken out the back there.
My iPad has a crack running right through it.
Yeah.
Is that new?
Mine smells like it's burning when I turn it on.
I gotta tell you something. Oh man!
I use my Apple computer to smoke my pork.
Oh, it's not really kosher from any angle there, Matt.
Sorry,
You
Al.
gonna say something, Jim?
Yeah.
My RAM is rated 3200, but mostly I have it at 3000. If I put it in 3200, the PC keeps shutting down.
That's not good.
Why would that be?
That's crazy.
It could be that the RAM, isn't quite up to stuff. It's called the binning. When they produce RAM, it's like processors. They don't produce different processors at different speeds. They produce one processor, and then they're tested at a certain voltage to see how stable they are, and they throw them in that bin. They're going to be 3600s, they're 3700s, they're 3800s, and they get increasingly small yields as they get faster. Same with the RAM, and often you'll get a RAM or a processor even that's rated at a certain speed, but it's right on the edge.
Yeah, or incompatible with the motherboard cycles.
That can be it. Although if it's incompatible, it usually just won't run.
Put that back up from Tomas. Or was that Al?
Yeah, I'm going to answer Al there because when
So am I.
Okay.
Because DJI made us do it.
Yeah, that's right.
And
But
I
not
answered him.
when I
Bite
plug-
me.
when I plug a tablet, even a phone, a small phone, an Android system into my DJI stuff, it comes up with a warning. Tablet too powerful for DJI. Please use an Apple product.
Well, I have to admit, it was true. I mean, I use iPad Mini for all of my drone flying, but I don't own an Apple computer, and I won't. But yet, I have an iPhone.
I'm with you, Steve. I think I was a total Android guy, but I do think that when it comes to mobile devices, Apple is king. But for desktop computers, I used to use Apple because back in those days, OS X and the equipment was better, the experience was better. And then I found that I was running a virtual machine inside my Apple with Windows XP to run certain programs that I just could not get for the Apple ecosystem. And then when Windows 7 came along, I started realizing, why am I doing this? Because Windows 7's pretty much, that was the point where they got as good.
Yeah, you're right. In fact, a company that we did work with, and they specialized in wire and cabling, and they would build like wire harnesses for being an electrical contractor, cabling harnesses. So like for fire alarm systems, we'd have to have audio cables, and then we're running through nothing but regular conductor cables, anywhere from 14 to 10 AWG, and they would bundle them in harnesses. And their system that they had for all their ordering and stuff, they bought Macs, but then that they would run it with a Windows
virtual machine,
virtual machine on it to do certain things that they had to do that would only run on Windows. And for my for my business, Apple didn't carry any of the software. And especially if you were running AutoCAD and years back, no way in hell would you want an Apple machine to run Auto.
They're good machines, and if you're doing graphics work, they're pretty well unparalleled.
Oh yeah.
But I'm so embedded in the Windows ecosystem now. I used to use a lot of Linux when I was doing data center work, and people say, "Why don't you use Linux on your desktop?" It's because I want to use my computer, not spend my time working on my computer, configuring my computer, etc.
Well, it's nice to be here with you, Ari.
Yeah, it's you and me, mate. It's you and me. We can talk about Matt now.
All right.
We're talking computer stuff, and Jim's bored.
I hit the. What do you do when, like, Matt just went away? What did he hit?
He
for-
just muted
You
his
just
mic
mute.
and
Turn
Thank
off.
you,
Turn off. Stop cam. Mute mic.
Oh,
That's it.
Okay, I see it. Because it has two things on here. One says
Mute. The other one says stop cam.
stop mic and cam, which I did, and it threw me out. And the other one says remove from stream. So what the hell's the difference?
You can just mute your mic and still have your stash sitting there, and your Blue Oyster shirt, and we can keep looking at you.
Sexy
Hey.
man.
Margie.
How are you, darling? Thanks for popping in again. Always great value, the old Margie.
Margie Malaya. How did she get away with that? I was born in Malaya, as it was then. And every time I put that on paperwork, I get in trouble.
Why?
It's Malaysia now. Yeah.
Oh,
So you're not a true Aussie.
Yeah, no. Well, I was born on a military base in Malaya, so yeah.
It did send me to the potty. You're not wrong. Those coffees go straight through me, Brian.
That much coffee, this much rum.
Whiskey. It's going to be an Irish coffee, mate.
there we
Beautiful.
go. Called the hot toddy, baby.
Gotta love that.
You're
Oh,
drinking whiskey over rum. That's it. You're officially disowned as an Australian.
I do. I drink. I got 2 bottles of Irish whiskey here, mate. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful
You
stuff.
can't disown them. You're not an Australian.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, I'm also British as well.
Friggin' transplant.
Yeah, man, I got three nationalities. Malaysia is very nice or very good in that they're one of those countries. If you're born there, you automatically qualify for citizenship, which is nice.
Well, how come they're all denying that you were born there?
I don't deny it.
No, they're denying it.
Well, I mean, would you own up to me, Jim? Come on.
The 3 countries involved have gotten together and said, we don't know who the hell he is.
Yeah,
Curtis, do you send some photos, Jimbo?
Those are the artwork photos I was talking about that he does a magazine
Oh, yep.
on the side. And so that's why I said I know he knows colors. So he's got to be using a halfway decent monitor.
Peter Carroll. Hello, my friend. I don't know what he said, but it must have been good. He retracted it.
Holy shit! What's this
The
called?
proper 12 is pure. What?
When I was in Bundaberg the other week, I toured the Bundaberg rum distillery, which I know you guys in the US probably don't know, but it's one of the biggest brands in the world. It just all gets drunk before it gets there. And they were talking about the fire that they had in, because the tour, mate, you're wearing little felt booties and everything else. You have to hand in everything. I had a hernia over my smartwatch. I had to hand all that in. And they were talking about the fire they had in 1936, and the river was on fire for 19 miles to the river mouth, and they heard the explosion 40 miles away.
Oh my God!
I'm not saying that we like our booze much or anything.
No, nothing like that. 180 proof, huh?
Yeah, caused by lightning strike.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Matt,
I'm
I
a
just
bit of a-
shared a picture with you.
I'm a bit of a plebe when it comes to a good drink, Steve. I just know what I like. I don't know what's good.
Hey, Thomas just asked me what it was.
Yeah. Irish whiskey.
You
know-
know, Tom, I'm going to tell you that's shit.
What's probably everything I drink, Thomas thinks is shit. He hates Guinness.
Yeah, I
too.
know.
I love Guinness. Hey, I love that shit.
Yeah, I love that about the Irish. Everything that you tell them that you drink is shit, but there's nothing they won't drink.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
well,
Yeah.
Tomas will not drink Guinness. I can guarantee you one thing: he will not drink Guinness. He's on his second bottle of red, so don't mind me.
There we go. Now I don't know what it is like in the States, right? But this is a very, very rare thing these days.
A cork.
Walk.
Now
That's for jamming up your ass.
Drunk it. Yeah.
He's got such a quaint turn of phrase, Jim, hasn't he?
Now the one we get them here, but it just depends on the whiskey. Like you buy Redbreast Irish whiskey, it comes with cork top like that.
This is the thing. I went down to a place called Dan Murphy's here, and they sell a lot of it.
The Irish can't figure out a screw top.
Hey?
Sorry, man. That's only because the Irish aren't smart enough to figure out a screw top.
Yeah. Which way does it go?
Because they're so drunk, they don't know which way to twist it.
He's having a go at Thomas there. He's having a go at Thomas. But I went there and got a couple of bottles of wine, right? Now, they sell all these international wines and all sorts of shit. So I grabbed a few bottles, and there was a couple of French ones there, a Spanish one. It was really nice. Anyway, I get it home, and, oh, shit, it's got cork in it. Do you think I could find my corkscrew? Fuck, I haven't used it for freaking years since they took the corks out of here in Australia.
Yeah.
I was kind of hoping that I could find one, and I didn't. It was a crappy one of those ones you twist in and put on the side of the bottle. I used to have a really good one, with the handles and all that sort of shit.
Yeah.
Couldn't find that. So, yeah, I ended up getting it out. But, yeah, very rare to have bloody corks here now.
In fact, I
Really?
still have one of those, and I can't tell you the last. Well, I don't drink wine because I'm not a sissy, but I can't tell you the last time I ever used it.
Bite me.
Yeah. I like Guinness, Tom. I really do. I know it's a quiet taste, but I love Guinness. Another wonderful Irish invention because they set fire to the grain store, but we won't go there.
Having a drink of Guinness is like eating dinner.
I love
It's like thick
Oh,
syrup.
I love it. In fact, I'm going to be popping one in just a minute.
Holy shit.
Well, toss us one through. Yeah.
Now he's seeing the pictures, Curtis. You just heard that.
Are these the ones that you showed me through the week, Curtis?
That's brilliant.
That's what I tell you. He knows his colors, so he's got to be using a decent monitor.
Oh, look. Yeah, I've never wanted to be Sasquatch in my life until now.
No.
That's sensational.
He does good work.
I wonder if I could buy one of them.
There you go, Curtis.
But you get the monitor. But the thing is you've got to tune that monitor once you get it.
I'll be tuning that. Don't worry about that.
Come on, Tom, say it. I'd be disappointed if you didn't say it, Tom.
Yeah, they are, Rick.
Curtis.
No, Curtis.
This is what
What are
happens.
you guys talking about?
This is what happens when you get bored, right? And this is how these people invent these lifelike dolls that you can.
Wait
buy.
a minute. Look at the picture behind you to your left. What's that broad hanging there, Matt?
Huh?
It looks like Captain Morgan almost, like off the bottle.
Who's that broad hanging up behind you?
The wall hanging to over your left shoulder, man.
Yeah, right there.
It's not a broad. That's Freddie Mercury, Queen.
The same thing.
No, on the window. On the window, that ain't Freddie Mercury.
That's Freddie Mercury. Freddie Mercury.
Looks like a friggin' broad from here.
Oh, it's Freddie Mercury, mate. As you can see up the top, you can actually see it written. Where are we?
I
Freddie
see DDI.
Mercury.
No, you can't see Freddie. Doesn't say Freddie. It says DDIE.
Yeah, it says Freddie.
Merci.
Half
Mer-
like
I.
So D, thank you. It's in French. Merci. D merci.
Freddie
Speaking of
Fruit.
Speaking of which, where is Organized Confusion?
His white pants photo. Well, wait a minute. Why do you have Freddie Mercury hanging off your window? Why do you have Freddie Mercury?
Because I've got all their albums and
because
I'm
he was
not saying anything.
he was a hell of an entertainer and a hell of a singer.
I don't mind the Queen stuff, but you got to be hanging Queens from your window.
Yeah, you know, gets lonely here at night.
Okay.
And every night, Freddie. See you, mate. See you in the morning.
And that's why that bottle of Irish whiskey's in the room too. In case he gets confused.
Jim's been eyeing him all night. Yeah.
Good
It
evening,
looks like a broad.
I was wondering if your account had been hacked by some sicko.
Oh, don't worry. It's just an in-joke between Curtis and I.
Okay. No worries. Oh, now we're talking.
Curtis is really nice to me. You know, I got tarred and feathered and run out of one of his groups on a rail, but he still talks to me.
Number 7 chick. Yet. Oh. The number 7 from Sturgis.
Sturgis.
Yeah.
Lucky number 7. I'll never forget that one for a while. Everyone, or just about everyone who does a Sturgis video has got her as the thumbnail.
I know.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
She's very very popular.
At least we saw it first, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's right. Absolutely. We were the first. And yeah,
Live.
after all that crap that I went through with you, Jim, and we were talking on Messenger and write this, write that, okay, do this, do that. Everything was matched up 100% here with the SEQ scores and all sorts of shit. And no one checked the video out. And which gets me to the point of what I've been doing over the last couple of weeks with that bloody Facebook. If I left it up to YouTube for views on my channel, a normal video would get between 160 and 200 views, as it stands. Now, what I actually did was, because on my Northeast Drone Productions page, I posted up there too, and it came down there and said boost post. And I'm thinking, what's this boost post shit?
Pay me money.
It is. It is pay me money. So I slapped a 50 on this thing, right?
$50.
$50.
Holy
Slapped a 50.
shit.
And I chose the audience. So Indonesia's a massive, massive audience for Australia, let me tell you. But
We're going to own this next week.
actually, what I'll do, I'll share that.
Did you get $50 worth of views?
It reached 59,903 people, and I got 909 link clicks that takes them straight to YouTube.
It's not bad, is it?
1,000 out of 59,000?
Yeah, it's a pretty low percentage, but
Yeah.
that's like a normal thing. The other post engagement was 105,000 reached and 1,181. Hence that video of where the hell it was. I think it might have been the ultimate beach camping one I did a couple of weeks ago, as 1.2 thousand views. None of that's got to do with YouTube. And even that at 1.2 thousand, YouTube's not even looking at it to push it anywhere.
No.
You know,
YouTube wants all the gravy, but they don't want to do too much to earn it, do they?
yeah, you know. So that was a bit of an experiment that I did over the last couple of weeks, and you know, I found it very interesting. So next week, my video will come out tomorrow, and I'll get 160 views again. So,
And this is on Facebook?
yeah.
Yes, you can boost your.
Yeah.
Links
No,
on
I was just
Facebook.
no. I work. I'm close friends with, like I've told you, a couple of people that's all they do is do the marketing for multi-million-dollar corporations and handle their social media. They deal in hundreds of thousands of dollars per these accounts per year, is a drop in the bucket for them that they put out in order to get their stuff out in the market.
Matt, did you get any subscribers from it?
I think I got
2?
Yeah, it's hard to tell. And this is where the view time came in too. Of a 3-minute video, my views are usually up around about the 65%. Now, with all these, because they're not really interested, it's coming into as a third-party freaking thing, the average view time was like 50 seconds of a 3-minute video.
That kills me.
Yeah, I know. So there's all this other shit going on. I just thought I'd give it a crack. Something different,
Did you do it again?
No, probably. Well, it doesn't do anything for me. I mean, I'm not monetized or anything like that. It was just something that I don't know, just give it a crack.
I was happy with the response of just putting the link on Reddit, as you suggested. I got more views on that video in 6 hours than I got in 6 months.
Yeah. I'll put this thing on Reddit.
I've got 7,000 views on that video I did from CES on that M2 underwater drone.
Mm-hmm.
It does nothing
No,
for you. I mean,
it's weird, isn't it?
I don't know how YouTube works, man.
You know what? YouTube's great for catching up with people. That's about it.
Yeah. Oh, you can pretend that you're a celebrity.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of people take this shit way too much to heart.
Yeah.
Way too much.
My
They
kids,
do.
say to their friends, my dad's got a YouTube channel. I'm like,
Do you know what? That's what my daughter said once when she goes, "Oh, this is my friend such and such." I go, "How you going, darling?" And she goes, "He's famous on YouTube." I didn't say no.
She's proud of it.
my daughter has more followers than I do, but she's prettier, so I'm not surprised.
Not too difficult though, REA. Yeah. So YouTube's a weird bastard. It is. And I've got a lot of good friends in this journey from all over the world. That's right, mate. That's right. And we're all lining up. I mean, shit, I was going to be there in August this year to catch up with a shitload of people. And Chris was driving up to Denver, and we're all going out to dinner, and we were going to catch up. It was bloody fantastic. That fell apart because of that bloody virus. So hopefully, Ron's thinking about coming over here, and Chris Hope wants to pop down too. So if that's the case, they can all fly into Sydney, and we can piss off and go down the coast. So
we're not sending him back. Fair warning, okay?
Who? Chris or
That
Ron?
is a hell of a flight.
No, we're keeping Chris and Ron.
From the East Coast, like me and Mike Kinney, and we'd have to fly across the United States first. That's 18 flights, because you got to stop in Denver, then find a major hub, and then go there to go here to go there. Well, then we would finally get to California, where Steve is. Then we'll start the 14-hour flight to Australia.
Yeah, and that gets you to Sydney, and then there's another flight to Brisbane.
Hmm.
But I'd probably go down to Sydney and meet him down there. I'd go stay with my sister, have a bit of a chat there for a couple of days, and catch up with the boys, and then piss off down to Melbourne. And I hopefully sort of line up a date like I did beginning of the year with Pete Carroll and Mars and Gizmo and them. And we go out and have a bit of a fly
You
day.
don't think you're going anywhere without me, do you?
Sorry?
You don't think you're going anywhere without me, do you?
We're going to have to get a few more cars.
Hey, I just got Curtis sent me the photo, and one thing I'm really recognizing out of that whole thing, that bottle of Irish whiskey that's sitting there next to the laptop.
Yeah, Cody, think about it. Because whenever I fly out of here, I first have to fly to somebody's hub. If it's United, I got to fly to their hub in Atlanta. If it's Delta, I got to fly to Denver. Then you go, of course, there's a 3-hour layover.
Mm.
Then you go, it's just a royal pain in the ass.
Of course you can, Curtis. Of course you can, mate. Go for it, dude.
It's a non-stop from LA to Sydney.
No, they don't let Queenslanders in Victoria for good reason. Victorians obviously don't like sanitary people.
Yeah, you might infect us. That's right.
How long is that, Steve? How many hours is that?
I've never flown that there because of we flew to the Philippines, but friends of mine that did fly there, 14 hours.
So it would be at least 25 hours for me because I would have to go over to LA first, which is 4,000 miles. So, like I said, there's always layovers. There's nothing direct.
Yeah.
I
It'll
when
be
I
a
flew,
day of traveling if everything went fine.
Well, now we're talking about you flying.
Well, anybody on the East Coast.
So the way your journeys have been on in the airplane flights, we're talking, and remember, you're going to lose a day if everything went perfect. So in your case, we could be talking 3 to 5 days, and you may make it there.
And the bastards will lose my luggage.
Tom asked once today when we're all coming to Ireland. Now, I'd love to come over to Ireland, Tom, and catch up on the heritage, but I'm worried that, the same thing had happened to me. They'd stick me on a bloody boat and send me to Australia. Last time my family was in Ireland, that's what happened.
I just spent 6 months on a leaky boat. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm close to Ireland. Close. Not quite. Didn't quite grab the biscuit, though. It was just a little bit of a short hop across some water, but I never made it. I ended up heading into Germany. So, I was hoping to get to there, actually, and Scotland too. But anyway, I was living in a place called Chorley in Lancashire, I think it is, near bloody Manchester there. I was hoping to get over there and have a bit of a look around, but ran out of time. So anyway. But Germany was awesome too. Great, love that.
Yeah, like Thomas says, and come here to Ireland, have a real pint of Guinness.
That's
And it is. Oh Lord, I sat there when we landed. We landed at 6 a.m. St. Patty's morning, and the hotel knew we got there. So we got there, went down, had breakfast, got our room, got showered after flying all day. Traveling all day because we flew from LA to Boston, from Boston to Dublin.
Ah, a hub.
Yeah. But
Let
you
me
know
ask
why?
something. Wait.
Wait.
No. Is it St. Patty's Day in Ireland?
Yeah. 6 a.m. in the morning, we were there.
Oh, dear.
They fly nonstop there now again from LAX.
You can get from LA to Ireland nonstop?
Yep. Cheaper than it would have been the cost for the tickets going the other way.
Oh
I
my
can
God.
I can get there for $7. I was on Tomas and one I were live chatting one day, and we were looking at Aer Lingus to get there, and it was like $7.49 round trip to LA to Dublin.
Al's right. West Coast is the best coast. Highest prices of anything in the United States. Hot chicks, smog. What more could you ask for?
Yep.
Oh my God, I'm just checking out this link that Curtis put up. That's brilliant. Oh my God.
Crazy artwork.
There's some awesome stuff on there. Oh, geez. That's not good for me. That's not
But
good
it
for me.
looks real.
It does.
And you see the colors, right? So,
Yeah. To Christmas time.
he's doing decent color work is what I'm getting at. Technically, I don't give a damn about the women. I want to see the color work.
That's what I was talking about, Jim.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. The flesh tones are perfect.
Yeah, I knew you were all talking technical.
Yeah, I'm saying it's no good for me to look at something like this because now I'm going to spend all afternoon on my computer color grading.
Well, get that damn spider calibrator out and calibrate the monitor first before you start doing this shit.
I'm just
Look at the
going to
inside of that ship.
look at the denim jeans, the denim shorts. Oh,
We're all going to go blind.
oh my God.
Oh,
What?
that's one.
What?
Curtis, this is a conundrum. Just opened up a whole new world.
And speaking of that, I'll be right back. I've got to get my Guinness.
Nice. I just bought a bloody yesterday.
It's almost your pizza time.
It would be
He always has Guinness for his pizza.
Guinness and pizza, mate. You can't go wrong.
Yep, even if the pizza sucks, you don't care.
No, you wash it down with the Guinness, mate. It's a beautiful thing. Hey, where's Adrian? Have you heard from him at all, Jim?
Wasn't he in earlier? I thought so. I saw somebody say hello to him early on.
Yeah.
He did pop in.
Yes, Curtis.
Yeah, well, he pops up as being in chat.
Dan Jackson's booze bottle.
She get a lot less attention. A lot less attention if you bring a drone home. Got to go out. It's like having a dog. You got to walk it, don't you? The old drone. Clocked some K's up on that yesterday, Ari. Oh my God.
That's what they're for, buddy.
That's right.
We all know that we're all going to crash them or lose them before we wear them out, so we might as well flog them while we've got them.
That's right, man. He popped in for a minute, but nothing was up.
I've heard lots and lots of reports of people losing or wrecking their drones. Have you ever heard anybody wear it out?
Cody Carr just did a Peter Carroll. Where are we?
There you go, gents. This one's for you.
You got the white cans too at the moment. There must be a promotion going on. I got a one with a bloody lobster on it.
No, this was actually, I've bought several cases. I keep them in the cool cellar over there during St. Patty's.
Yeah, mine. I bought a slab yesterday, and it's got the white cans. It's a special edition thing or whatever. Blah blah blah.
The nitro.
Are you going to pour that into a glass or not? Thank you.
Because it's got a clunk in it.
You bet.
Has the glass been in the freezer? No.
No, it's not freezer. It is perfect temperature at
Okay, Matt.
60 degrees.
Room temperature.
60 degrees.
Disgusting. What was it, Ari?
Thomas, this one's for you, buddy.
Again, mate.
Throw him out.
So,
Into the green room. Get rid of the bum.
Well, I've got enough here. If you were close enough, I'd be pouring them for you right now.
Man, but it hasn't been in the fridge. You know, come on. I can take a Guinness, but it's got to be refrigerated. Sorry.
Well, the can's in the refrigerator, but not the glass.
Oh, that's
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Then. I can do that then.
Yeah.
A beer shake. LD has.
Did you say something, Jim?
Yeah, why isn't your beer glass in the refrigerator?
Yeah, man.
Don't want 'em.
What? Because as soon as you pour the beer into the glass, the beer changes temperature.
And you want to bring it down a little bit.
No.
Not me.
This refrigerator outside is keeping it at damn close to almost 38 degrees.
I like a nice frosty mug. Thank you very much. Well, I don't drink that stuff anyway. I drink beer.
Frosty. Looks like a frothy shit shake.
Thank you, Cody. You took the words right out of my mouth. You're not chugging.
Oh.
They just don't have a cultured palate, Steve.
I have to admit, though, when we were there for St. Patty's Day, we were running around all morning because when the parade travels by any of the pubs, they shut down. They do not pour alcohol until after the parade has gone through. And we're sitting there finally about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We hit a pub that had food because now we're starving. And we sit down and I have my first Guinness in Ireland. So my friend across from me We're drinking it. My wife's having an iced tea. So I set my glass between her and I. And all of a sudden, I pick up another drink out of it. And okay, mind you, it's poured all the way to the top in this glass. Yep. So now I'm to about here. Well, the next thing I go over there to get a beer, I notice that the Guinness is down to this level. And I just look over at her, and the top of her lip has still got the foam sitting across the top. So here comes the barmaid. She comes by and she goes, "Do you care for another?" And I'm going, "Yes." And my friend goes, "Yes." And I go, "But no, we need 3 because I'm not sharing mine anymore with my wife. She's going to have her own."
Rick Halber. Yeah, you poured that too fast.
I know.
Actually,
I did.
You know,
That's the
Oh, there you go.
That's the lobster.
Yeah. No beer I drink has a lobster on it. Oh boy. Or a pelican.
it's a
That's a
toucan.
toucan.
Well, I do have the empty bottle of
Made from Fruit Loops.
Jameson for the 100-year anniversary celebration because we were there, which none of us knew we were there for. It was
For
a
anybody in the
centennial
audience,
celebration.
I apologize. You have to go through this.
It was a centennial celebration of the war for 2016 where we were there.
Toucan, pelican. Like I'm really going to see a toucan around. What the hell do I know?
What the hell do you know?
Isn't that a cartoon? The
Fill us in.
toucans?
No, Toucan Sam. That's for the
Fruit
Fruit
Loops.
the Flute Loops. Thank you.
Fruit.
Flute loops, eh?
Fruit Loops.
Only you and Matt are playing the flute with Freddie Mercury up there.
No, sorry.
You play the flute that way, not that way. Yeah.
And there isn't enough Irish whiskey in the world for that.
I watched the Temple Bar live stream every
And
year.
that's not a fruit game. Jim is referring to being a virtuoso of the pink piccolo. And well, I've never heard Freddie play it on any of his albums.
No.
Well, you can watch that camera at any time, Ray. You don't even have to wait for St. Patty's Day.
Freddie Mercury, Bob, get it right.
Straight into the way, scratching on the beats and never could use it because I couldn't get the grade right. Oh, what's Cody got here? He's left a message here. Couldn't get the grade right I wanted. The water I was filming had an ugly green tint. So maybe it was the water and the beautiful blue light.
We were there after St. Patty's Day. We were actually there for 2 weeks. We were on a 10-day trip of all of southern Ireland, Ray.
I'm just going to answer Cody. He just asked me a question on my thing. He couldn't use his footage because he couldn't get the water grade the way he wanted. The water I was filming had an ugly green to it. And so maybe that was it. Is the water there a beautiful blue like that, or is that it? No, that's the color of the water, dude. Up that coast, it is a very blue and can be tealy colored too. And it all depends on too what the sky's doing of the color of the water that you can actually get to.
Yeah.
Got a big thing to do with it. But yeah, it's beautiful here, mate. Crystal clear water.
The water up on the reef was gorgeous. It was.
Yeah, that's right.
I wish it was a little less windy, so that it would have been clearer, but it's just beautiful.
Cody, what are you using software-wise?
Can I share a bit of face down, straight down footage from over the reef?
Yeah.
Straight down.
Yeah, yeah, that's it. You got it.
Yeah,
I don't
because
wanna
he's
do
using
that.
lychee.
Yeah, straight. He did too. How many lychee missions did you do there?
I did. I flew five flights over the reef, 2 manual and 3 lychee.
You flew or lychee flew?
Well, lychee flew. Well, actually, the drone flew, to be precise.
Dang, the outside image.
Ari programmed the lychee.
That power director is quick, isn't it? I've got that 365. I can't fault them for being fast. It's a fast editor.
It is.
Here we go. Righto. Add to stream.
Now, see, remember I was asking Ken Doble what the color of the water was on his side? It's the color of the water. Everybody thinks, in Florida, it's perfect water. It's not.
There we go.
Not as clear as that. I'll tell you that right now.
It's pristine up there, mate. It's beautiful.
The hell of it was so bright on the top deck, I couldn't see, even in the smart controller, what I was filming. So I was sort of choosing camera settings and flying on instinct as much as anything. I didn't know what I had until I got home at the end of the day. But it didn't come out too bad.
Ow. Wow, look at that. Amazing.
Are you thinking Al's being
And
sarcastic?
there we go. We got a shirt with- I flew those two because they asked me on the tour boat to do a circuit of the lagoon. I mean, I'm not exactly keen on going out there 50 miles to sea and then burning 2 batteries flying around pointing straight down, but they were good to me.
Okay. Now, here's a problem here. The watcher, he's a friend with Adrian. I don't think I can trust anyone who's a friend of Adrian. No, I'm only kidding, mate.
Who is?
Yeah,
How's that possible? A friend?
A friend of Adrian's?
No, that's impossible.
Yeah, we know he's telling fibs now. Adrian doesn't have any friends.
Yeah. Yes, no worries. Hey, thanks for the sub, mate. Good on you. Where are we? That one there.
Everybody in Ireland knows Tom. Steve, you should have just said,
Tomas? Who?
That's that boozy darts player from Castle.
No,
that's New York East River water too, Al.
the cider drinker or Carlsberg.
Oh, gee, that's a shame, Al. That's a shame. Jeez.
Oh, yuck.
The human race kind of shits you a bit.
It is.
They know how to stuff things up. Thomas, that dude from Ireland. That's right, mate. That's right. Yeah. Beautiful water up that way, Ari. Love that.
It is gorgeous.
This is where
I don't
this is
think I'll have to do too much color grading on that.
No,
Yeah, I know.
this is where that dory will come in, Jim.
Yeah.
Send it up.
Nice
Place
out water, yeah. Hell yeah.
You tell him, Ari, no color grading necessary. It's natural color.
That's it.
I bet you, Matt,
Like Jim's
the
moustache.
things you would see with that, like that M2, the 4K camera there, that Gladius Mini.
Yeah.
Boy, that'd be a treat to put in that water.
Yeah.
I'd
Oh,
love
absolutely.
one. Right.
Absolutely. Ari, that's Remote Pilots Australia, mate. He's going to sub you because you've got a Pink Floyd shirt on.
That's all right. Good, Ben. Excellent.
That's all right. He must
I
be
only
all
wear
right.
it for that.
He's all, he must be all right. Yeah, the footage up there because it was all crystal clear, mate. You listen to me, right next to the reefs and shit. And you got the fish don't give a shit. They just swim around and do whatever. Fucking been some nice shit up there, man.
Where are your coral reefs at? Your famous coral reefs.
Barrier Reef. Well, that's
Yeah.
part of. Yeah, that's
part of
where
it up there.
Yeah. That's sort of like the southern end of it. The reef goes all the way up that east coast up to bloody.
Now, how long would it take you to get to something like that, Matt?
It's about you can go 4.5 hour drive. If you go to Bundy, it's about 5 hours, isn't it?
About 4.25 hours drive. But technically, the reef starts about an hour's drive north of us, the southern end of it.
Yeah.
The most southerly point.
Yeah. So, anyways, we'll say 4 hours to get to there, and then of course the boat ride out's a little bit further than that, but that's nothing really. So not too far away at all when you think about it. It's not bad. Love all of it for the wrong beaches too. Love all of it.
That's a drive to Walmart from my house.
That's cool. I would love that. If you're out in the middle of nowhere, Cody, God bless you.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
If you like.
I had a friend of mine that he worked for LA County. He was a paramedic, and him and his dad every year, that was their trip together. They would go and dive at the Great Barrier Reef every year at different locations and spend a week on board a boat. And then they just drift across the reef the whole entire way.
I've seen too many shows on the reef, and it's just amazing. The constant growth and the death of some of the coral and the growth of the other. I mean, the Planet Earth series.
Yeah.
Then there's.
Oh, don't talk to him about it, Jim. While we're on the way out on the boat, 3-hour run on the Jet Cat, they got a big screen at the front of the boat. So what did they put on? David Attenborough special on the reef.
Yeah.
I would have put yours on because they're all going diving. Those reef sharks, little bastards. When one has a go, the whole lot, they're like a pack.
Mm-hmm.
And
Pack of wolves.
Yeah, on the way out, they say, because they had a lot of foreign tourists on there, particularly from Southeast Asia, and with snorkeling and scuba diving from the boat. And they literally gave us a briefing where they included the instruction that you should not pet, stroke, or scratch the sharks.
Yeah, they're not tame. They haven't been brought up.
No feeding of sharks.
They're not your pet.
They're not house trained. They're not.
What's really ironic is most movies, believe it or not, most of the underwater scenes are filmed in Belize. Everybody thinks it's the Great Barrier Reef. Belize is gorgeous. And there, you want to go see clear water? That is unbelievably clear there.
Just don't bring home one of the women from Belize. My friend did that, and he's been paying for it ever since. He picked up these women from these strange countries, and then they get Americanized, and guess who gets jammed?
Yeah, and they get American friends, and then their American friends say, "Oh, he shouldn't be saying that. He shouldn't be doing that. You can do this,
You can do much better without him."
Oh,
Just a quick comment for those guys who just subscribed. Thank you very much. It'll probably be 2 weeks before the reef footage hits the YouTube.
And my reef footage will be up tomorrow.
You hacked my servers again, Jim.
I wouldn't know reef if I fell on it.
He doesn't have a computer that can do that, Ari, so you're safe.
Speaking of that, I did fall on it. Remember that, Steve, when I jumped in the water after the drone?
Yep.
I didn't know there were 4-foot rocks in the water.
Jim was limping for 2 weeks after that.
Holy Christ. I think I still got the scars. Nobody told me there were rocks in there.
And the worst part about it is he's watching and had seen with his drone where he shouldn't be jumping. But yet he went in there afterwards.
Oh, my God. You talk about a wussy. I think the water was like 50 degrees, but it felt like 30. I was shivering like a little girl. Oh, my God.
That's called fear, Jim. The thing is, it's beautiful and sucks at the same time. Everything. Oh.
We're so lucky in Queensland, Cody. Most places in Australia, they don't allow overflights of national park. But here in Queensland, you can't take off or land in the park, but you can fly over them. The amount of approvals I had to get all that reef, that's covered by 3 separate marine park authorities, and I had to get clearance from all 3 to fly there.
That's you have to Cape Canaveral? We have to do that at Cape Canaveral, not where the rockets go off. Just the town of Cape Canaveral, where like Disney cruise ships come in and all that. The port, they have a system like that, Ari. You have to get special permission from each one. It's like, it's not worth it.
You were going to ask something, Matt?
Legally, did you have to get permission?
Yes, I think so. I didn't have to get the permit because I wasn't doing commercial work, or B, I was not doing anything that was classed as high impact to the reef. But they want you to I had to fill in forms online. Basically, literally, you're not allowed to put a tripod on the reef. But in the end, because it wasn't a commercial flight, I checked it out with all of them. I had all the emails on my iPad, which I showed to the tour operator before I went on the boat. But when I actually asked them for an email stating you have permission to fly, they wouldn't give me that. What all they would say is, I believe that you should read the 28 pages of documents that we have sent you and make an informed decision. So when I said to them, I'm not going to fly then, she said, I wouldn't interpret it that way. Oh, so you're saying I can fly? Oh, I wouldn't say that. But the biggest hurdle, most of the boxes were pretty easy to tick. The biggest hurdle was because Lady Musgrave Island, about 72% of the bird rookeries on the reef are on that island. They have a 1,500-foot flight bottom level. You can't fly below 1,500 feet above it. And that's why I gave up. And then she pointed out to me that under the Reef Management and Photography subsection 17, it says generally aircraft are not allowed below 1,500 feet. How heavy is your drone? 907 grams. Oh, well, under 5 kilos, they're not considered to be high impact. So I just read between the lines and flew it. And as I gave them copies of the footage as a thank you, I figure if I'm in trouble, I would have known by now. Hey, Lloyd.
What's going on, Lloyd?
Hello, brother Lloyd. Oh,
That's supposed to say famous, right?
you're going to be almost not big brother here pretty quick. Sunday. Lloyd's birthday is Sunday.
What's the name of that water hole in Belize?
The water hole.
The pub.
The famous hole in the ground.
Oh,
You know what I'm talking about?
Oh,
not the blue hole? Something like that.
yeah.
I honestly don't know. Is that where Ray was, Steve? I didn't see that.
He was in the Bahamas.
Oh, okay.
Thomas, only in Ireland could your national sport be something called hurling. Is that linked in any way to drinking? Did it come after the boozing? Is there the boozing and then there's the hurling leg?
The true champions.
Tom's
shit their
going to
dack.
get so stuck into me.
True champions shit their dacks as well.
Hey, Robert Glazier can fly anywhere he wants because it's all Black Lives Matter property.
What? They can do what they like. Protest anyway.
No, it's really a Bureau of Land Management.
They'll just shoot it out of the air.
30 degrees at 1. God damn, I tell ya. That's unreal. Well, there's lots of places that I'll be heading up there to go north and what do you call it? Waterfalls and stuff like that, which I'll be getting next week. So,
You'll be up at Condalilla Falls. Now, there's a great Australian name for you, isn't it?
What was that?
Condalilla.
Condalilla?
Yeah.
Are you going back where you were towards where you were at before, Matt?
Yeah. I'm going to actually try my long exposure.
Are you going to go for the 5K against Al?
Yeah, I will. Because I've got some NDs there ranging from wherever up to 1,000.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, so they came with the drone. So
Really?
yeah. Whenever I go outside and I forgot my welding goggles, I just put the NDs right there. Just go for it. They're bloody dark, mate. Hey,
Yeah,
So-
no kidding.
350s the least, and then think it's 250, something like that anyway. And then it goes to 1,000. So, you know, it'll be something different for me too, because I haven't done long exposure before. So all these waterfalls and shit like that, hopefully there's a little bit of light on them. So I can work with that.
And no wind.
Yeah. I wonder how they work, because the drone still, no matter what, it's moving. I wonder how that'll come out. Mightn't lead us.
Only
Stabilization is
flying
good.
in before, Cody.
I've never shot anything really high. Like, you know, I've got 64. Well, 128 came with the 128 or 256 came with Mavic Air, and I haven't even used those because I bought a set of Freewell variables for the Mavic Air 2, and they work really well. Because the one live stream that I did for that sunset flight, and my batteries were not fully charged up, and then I put that air up in the air just to throw it up to try to get the sunset, because we had a beautiful sunset that night, and I just had the variable filter on it and let it go. But I've done it with camera before. I've shot some waterfalls with cameras before, years and years and years ago, but they were like 10 stop, 8 stop.
Yeah, okay. But yeah, Cody, I don't think the 64 will be enough there, mate. No.
Actually, Tom, I know what hurling is. So I was just teasing you. I know that you find that hard to believe that I would tease anybody, but
Does it on the weekends after drinking too much.
That's right.
He does it after actually hurling.
Wow.
I can't.
Thomas's, yeah.
I'm not fixing that spelling, Matt.
I'm just having problems with it constantly. What are you having problems with, Cody? With I can't work that out. Is it crashing or whatever, or not? What do we got here, mate?
Cody, let me know, because I just got it. I'm sitting here reading the damn manual. I'm only on page 57 of the 2,962 page manual.
will we finish by tonight, Jim?
Get back to me in a month, Ari, and I'll be on page 67.
that far?
The only problem is with that is that when you've read it, right, you think, oh yeah, no worries, whatever. If you don't use that section again for about a week, you'll forget all about it, and you'll go, shit, how did I do that? And you'll have to go back to it.
And the other problem is, by the time you've read it, they've upgraded the software by 3 versions, and it's no longer relevant in 12 sections.
You know what's driving me insane? They start the timeline at 1 minute. That just drives me nuts.
I know. I look at that and I go, what's going on here? Yeah, 1 minute. Why?
I don't have a 5-minute video. What?
Yeah, I know what you mean. But actually, if you notice when it's playing through, it gives you you just got to watch the seconds, because I'll do it like that. But why is that one there? It's not an hour into it, you know?
I don't know. Because that drives me insane on Power Director, too. I want to know how long the thing is, or at a minute 52, okay, I want to drop in either this title or that. I don't want to put a marker on there. I know I can put a marker on there. I don't want to.
Yeah, this, you know what, when it comes to keyframing and all that sort of stuff too, in DaVinci, I mean, it's fairly simple. Once you get your head around it and why and how it works, then it's an easy thing to type follow. But trying to get your head around most things in DaVinci is it's like trying to write with your left hand, except for you, Jim. You know, it's fucking, yeah, I know. It's awkward. It's awkward, you know. It's like, oh, that's not feels right. There's something that doesn't feel right about it. But once you get it all in your head and how it works, like those, like all the bloody nodes and all that sort of shit.
The nodes don't bother me. It's just that it's a totally different editor from. Even on Power Director, you can flip the timeline so it works exactly like Adobe.
Yeah.
Which works exactly like HitFilm and every other thing. But that's not how DaVinci uses the timeline. They get the thin blue line up top, and then they have the video. Well, you know what I'm saying. You played with it.
A couple of times.
Once or twice.
Yeah.
Well, speed ramping, yeah, Cody, you can do speed ramping in Power Director. It's called video. You change the video speed. Right click on the video, and you can do it. Not a smooth curve, no. But you can.
And this is the thing with DaVinci. Once you do something like that and all that, you can go into the parameters when you put an effect on or something like that, and you can smooth the effect out so it's not an obvious thing. It
Right.
smooths the edges out on things and all that sort of stuff. It's quite it's bloody for a free program. I'll say it till the bloody cows come home. It's the best thing out there, man.
Al says I can use DaVinci on my Mac with Final Cut Pro, but I'd rather work on hot coals.
Yeah,
Ow.
I guess you've got to have a certain bit of intellect to be able to use DaVinci. Not having a go at you.
You've got to give it to DaVinci. They do give
DaVinci
away a lot on their free version. Sorry,
Yeah.
Matt.
It's a phenomenal program. My cousin does it. He's in studio production in Hollywood, and they use it constantly. But he's got all those mixing boards that you see in their, as you look at their website and all the mixing boards. I sat there watching him do some editing one day, and it was just like it made my head spin. He's just over there, controls spinning on the knobs, turning, and it's just like, holy crap. What just happened? I'll show you. 5-minute video that was all broken up into a whole bunch of stuff. It was gone. He was done in about 20 minutes with this thing. Just boom, all completely done, edited, ready to go.
Everything used to be done on
Yeah.
Avid suites, and I don't even hear Avid being talked about anymore.
You
Avid
tired again,
suites.
Lloyd? Another 24-hour marathon on English movies.
I agree, Cody.
I can remember when Cyberlink was the shiz, but that was a few years back.
Mm-hmm.
Pinnacle used to be big too, I used Pinnacle a few years ago, a lot of years ago.
Good night, Ray Kelly. Take care, buddy.
Here we go, right there.
Ray, have a great weekend. You take care.
That's how I'm color grading at the moment. I'm setting up the nodes.
Okay, question for you before you go any further.
Yeah.
Is that pinnacle that was off in the distance when you were shooting your video from about 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
3 weeks
That-
ago?
That's the mountain that I shot a couple of weeks
Shot,
ago.
yeah. And that's the pinnacle on the cross from it.
That's the Pinnacle there, yeah.
Awesome.
Sorry.
Which mountain is that in the foreground?
That's Coonawarrin or whatever it's called. Coonawarrin.
Yeah.
I can say beer, why? Because it's got beer in it. Beer was beer.
Do you know what?
So,
Do you know what beer means in the local Aboriginal dialect? Mud.
No. Oh, really?
Yeah. Beer Burrum is muddy waters.
Guinness.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Do you
And
do
then-
your saturation versus luminance and all that other shit too?
Yeah, dude. Yep. That's all here.
Now, is this Da Vinci that you're in?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've actually set that saturation up a little bit higher because it was very dull. If I was to pop this down here, you can see it. It's very dull. So I just did pop that a little bit, just to bring that green out a little bit more.
It pops.
Yeah.
How tall is that thing?
Uh,
Do you know the measurements?
yeah, no more than 120 meters.
At any time.
Good answer, Matt. Good answer. Most of those peaks, Steve, are between 500 and 600 meters.
The nodes,
No,
Tomas, are for look. He's got them named: contrast, hue.
Color balance. Yeah, that's right. Color balance, luminous versus saturation, the look of it. Anyway, blah blah blah. This one here is you're looking at just under 400. But as I said, the ground beneath it goes like this.
Yeah, continues to rise. Yeah.
You just go up with it, and you know more than 120 over.
And now you can see what I'm talking about. This is a 1 hour and 53-second video.
Yes,
That's
it is.
the one, Matt.
There it is. There.
That infamous one. And your timeline starts at that too.
It does. It does. If I went into here,
you can see it good well in that photo. They're all volcanic plug mountains, Steve. You know, they're ancient volcanoes. The outer sheath is worn away, so the ground comes up, on the angle, and then you're just left with 200 or 300 feet of rock spire at the top.
Yeah.
So as long as you can get access to the bottom there, you can fly over them, even in Australia.
Matt, have you tried changing that all to 0?
I thought maybe Matt got a flight over here to Yosemite and took part of the great granite wall of El Capitan and just moved it over there real quick.
That'd be nice.
But that's 3,000
What is?
El Capitan, 3,000 feet, solid granite wall.
Okay.
We don't really have much here that you would really call a mountain in this country.
Oh, sorry. You answered that for Tom, didn't you, Jim?
Which
With
one?
the node?
Yeah. You want to expound on it? Go ahead. It's your video.
Oh, look, mate. It's not really. It's you can set your different nodes for your different things, obviously. And you can just, if you want to change your luminous, it's all set up in one node, and you can take that node and completely get rid of it, and yet the rest of the color grading stays there. So you can just separate all your grades, and you can get rid of any one of them at any time, but keep the rest of the grade. If you were to put a color grade on an image within one node, you couldn't get rid of one section of that grade. It'd reset the whole freaking node basically, and you'd have to start
he could do a node for each color and each saturation.
Absolutely.
And if he didn't like the yellows, he could get rid of that, but everything else is still going to be there.
Yep.
And that's pretty cool. Because look at earlier, Cody was saying, like on Power Director, you can put LUTs on your video. You just can't control the LUT. Once you put it on, you put it on. Then you have to go back into what I was showing you that one day, Matt. You would have to then go in and change the lighting.
Yeah.
To try and bring that LUT down. You're using lighting instead of the actual LUT.
Yes.
Like just changing the opacity or strength of the LUT. You can't do that. You have to actually go into lighting areas and backlight it or some shit.
Well, that's where this comes into it here. If I was to go there, go like that, go like that. See this key input here, gain?
Yeah.
That's the LUT. So I take that LUT right out, and there's the image. And I can slide that LUT back into whatever percentage I want. Basically.
Yeah, I see the scale turning, the scope turning on the right.
Yeah. Always run my scopes, brother.
Now, whose LUTs are you using on this?
This one is a sky grade LUT. That's a sky grade LUT, so you can stuff around with that. This here, where are we? Not there. This one here. This is basically I've made my own LUT for that. So this here is all of the stuff that I've put into it, right? So now it's color graded to how I want this image to look, and that's only using the colors that have been captured by the 10-bit sensor. So you're only mucking around with the colors that are there. So you just pump that saturation a little bit. I forget what the saturation is on that. They are 62. So the saturation here, if I was to pop that back down, starts to get a little bit bland, and there you go.
Oh yeah, holy mackerels!
All right.
62.
So Yeah, so you generally start with a saturation because you've got a bland image. I generally start with a saturation around about 70 with a D-Log image. And that seems to be a good starting point for your saturation. And from there, once you start changing your luminance, all that sort of shit, and your contrast and all that can change that saturation, and you can actually have to pull that back down again, because it can be a lot of people color grade, and you look at it like oh shit, who made it? No, it wasn't Mike. Might have been Rob. Anyway, a lot of people color grade, and it just looks fake. Look at those greens. Someone's chucked down phosphorus overnight, and everything's just gone green like that. Right? Now, that's not what it looks like when I'm there.
No.
It don't look like that. So I try to keep everything as natural as it is, but the depth that you get out of that 10-bit and the depth that you get with that dynamic range when you're using that full sensor, it's incredible, man. You can, there's no, I mean, the Mavic 1, the darks are very just mushy. They look bloody terrible. But this here, mate, I've been mucking around with this quite a bit, I'll tell you.
And this is what we're talking about this whole time when we've been saying, trying to utilize what the camera can do. You're getting 10-bit video, let's use it.
Yeah, that's right. That's what I put into it. I mean, I tried HLG, wasn't happy with that. The D-Log M is a lot nicer on this camera, and I love it, man. Love it. Who's blaming what on what?
What are you talking about?
I'm missing all this chat here. I'm chatting away here. Power Director.
Blaming that's on Matt's editing.
Well, good for you,
he was saying, he was looking at all those connecting lines and says, I'm getting diddy. No, it's not the wine. No, you're blaming it on Matt's editing. Because if you were to go back all the way back in before I ever came on, he was on his second bottle.
Yeah.
See, Al says, I'm waiting for you guys to do some Rec 2020. But Matt has already broken that foreground for us and seen that it looks so different when he actually does the HDR that he doesn't know how it's going to render out on the PQ on YouTube. That's why I want to get a reference monitor.
The only way, sorry, mate.
Yeah.
The only way that I'm finding that I can put any sort of decent color grading together with HDR without the monitor is by using the scopes, because that will give you an idea of what the image actually is, and it's the only way that I've found anyway so far of to get a decent color grading using HDR with these bloody scopes. But, you render it off and you look at it and goes, my God, that looks shit. And you chuck it on your 4K TV, it looks even shitter. So then you got to take it back and have a guess of where to move shit to try and, because you know what's blown out and what's this and that. You got to go back and readjust everything just to guess at it, re-render again, and then have another look at it. And it might be shit, it might be better. It's a pain in the butt.
Bob, the D-Log gives you all the color. It doesn't add what DJI thinks the colors are, or actually the Hasselblad color combination that they're using. So when you're using D-Log, you're getting just the 10-bit information.
Yeah, and plenty of it.
There's a billion colors in there.
Dude, it's
Take care, Tim. Don't mean to jump in. Tim's leaving.
Oh, okay. Have a good day, mate. Have a good day.
How can he have a good day? It's Saturday. He's got to work.
D-Log is a lot easier to color grade. I mean, you've still got to color grade it. There's lots of settings, lots of way to do things. I learned another way yesterday, but it is easier to color grade. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the footage that comes off at 8-bit. As a standard normal style, it still looks all right. And 99.9 of the people out there all still think so. I still think it looks all right. It's nice.
Yeah.
But it's just the fact now it's more of I'm more involved again. You've got the flying, you've got the production of things, and now I'm more involved with the image. and how that's going to look, and how much I can play with that. Not that what I'm playing with is going to make it look like didn't look like when I was there. It enhances the look that is there, with the dark riches and all that you can see with your naked eye. You can pull those darks, and oh man, love it, dude.
That guy I've been watching, I mean, Wazi Quasi there, he takes it to a whole friggin' another level.
Yeah,
he'll outline, like, if there's a person in it, he'll take them and just track them out or mask them out and then do their skin colors and all that. That's a separate node. Then he goes over to coloring the trees,
It is, yeah. And this is what it comes down to with this shit here. Over on the right hand side here, you got your waveforms and your parades of your colors. You can balance all your colors out like that. The histogram and all that sort of shit. Now, where are we? No, not that one. Vectorscope, that one there. They use that for skin tones and all that sort of things. And you've got your colors around here. So your greens or your y-axis actually is like everything, and your reds and all that sort of shit. So using that too I haven't done any skin stuff. I don't do close-up work on skin and stuff like that. That'd be interesting to muck around with, man. But I generally use that waveform just as a guide to start with, and then I start going into the colors from there to make sure they're all balanced and what have you. But that gives you a good idea of your exposures and all that sort of stuff. You don't want the whites blown out. And this is what you come over here. You lift basically basically left to right is lows, mids, and highs. And once you start playing with your highs and your mids will change your highs. You've got to change your highs again, then readjust your mids again. It's like a balancing act between the two to get your image. And of course here, then you can change all your colors with this here. Whatever. You wouldn't go to that extreme, but that's what it is. And if you've got it here, you don't like it, you just double click in there. It brings it back to the center.
So Matt, a question for you. You've got a minute and 22-second video there.
Yep.
How much time do you have in it so far, from when you started to what you got to where it's at now?
What do you mean?
Time working on it.
I don't know, maybe most of the time is picking the footage. That's what takes the time.
Yeah.
I understand that.
Once it's in there, it's a pretty quick process, man. So if I was to have the footage ready, cut and to go, and to me to color grade everything, maybe half an hour.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Because once you've got it in there, let's just say, we'll go into, it is in color. I'll get my clicks back up. Once you're in there and you've set a grade for one of your clips and you've got a very similar clip, you just right click that and go add, apply grade. You don't have to color grade it again. Boom. What you've just done on that other clip automatically transfers over to that file. Once you've done that, you can just do some fine adjustments from there. That clip's done. Next one. Yeah. Love it. Man.
You remind me of my cousin, watching him work, seeing that. That's why I asked you if that was Da Vinci, because it sure looked like it and the layout.
Yeah, man.
Because he's sitting at a desk at that time with about either 60 or 72 inch monitor, reference monitor that is done, that they use there in the Hollywood studios. I mean, you're talking, I think he said $175,000 for the monitor. And you're watching that stuff go through, and just the balancing and watch it change it's an art. And I give you a lot of credit, as I did my cousin. It's a lot of work. Kudos, sir.
Who's Chuck E. Cheese?
It's a kid's place here.
It's sort of like
a pizza parlor with games.
Burger King for kids, yeah.
It's a pizza place with arcades and stuff for kids.
I don't get that then. Chuck E. Cheese does some
Got to make the food look good somehow.
Got to what? Got to. Yeah, it sounds like it. One of those things. Sad thing is, it takes a month of Sundays to figure out Da Vinci. Well, yeah.
If it's a month of Sundays, that's okay. That's only 4 Sundays.
Oh dear.
Jim's talking 6 months to get to the page 70.
Like, and you know what? And to be honest, I'm scratching the surface of Da Vinci. You know,
Mhm.
there's so much, but there's so many different ways of doing the same thing. You know, which is good, really, because if you're not understanding one way, you might understand another,
Mhm.
and you'll get the same result. You know, some people like working with waves. Some people, you know, like working with color wheels and all that sort of stuff. It depends on what you're used to, I guess.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, ladies, here we go. Got to get off here. Got an early morning head. I want to wish everyone a great weekend. No worries, Cody. Good on you, man.
Cody.
Thanks for being, mate. Appreciate that, mate. Appreciate it. I'll check his channel out later. I think he's got another video up. I'm not sure. But yeah, well worth checking out, everyone. If you want to pop down there and have a look at his stuff, it's pretty good. Take care, buddy. Awesome stuff. 2:55. I might call this one now here, boys. What do you reckon? It's only 3 hours in.
Wow.
Yeah, probably a good idea.
Time flied.
It does. And I've got a whole bloody whole case of Guinness here I've got to get into, so I'll send you some pictures later, Steve.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, right.
I'll pass them on to Tomas after we're done. He won't be touching red wine for at least a couple months.
No, that's right. Hey, Mel, how are you, mate?
Hello, Mal.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Everybody, I'm looking at some other people's channels right there. Everybody has a different style. They really do.
They do. Absolutely they do. You know, and this shit that I was looking at yesterday was color grading I'd never even looked at within Da Vinci before, you know, and it was like, what? And but then sort of followed the way it was going through, remembering what you've just done. You've got to get it into your muscle. You've got to use the same process every time, otherwise you
I don't have to pull it right now. I'm unfortunately under a cyber attack under a DDoS right now. It's kicked off in the last hour. I've had 20,000 probes on my external IP. Obviously, somebody's got a thin skin. Something that I've said on here has upset somebody, and I've got my own domain, so I'm easy to find. I just want to say that whoever you are, you're a dickless keyboard hero, and you're going to have to do a lot better than that. All right, Matt. I'll catch up with you later. You too, Jim, and everybody else in the chat. Thanks very much.
All right. Have a good weekend, man. Take care.
see you,
You and
bud.
your family.
Yes, bud.
I don't even know anybody who knows that stuff. You know, how to do that.
What the hell?
He was getting attacked.
I
There's
can't
only other
even,
service attacks.
it was not me because I can't work Da Vinci out.
Yeah. I'm on page 57.
And it's still the welcome notes.
Yeah.
It's a preface.
Would you like to just go to the back of the cover and just read the summary? Yep, that's what it's all about. My God.
like the good old days. What was it? The little books that you used to read? Cliff Notes. The synopsis of a book where you go through and just buy it, and it was just bring you the whole highlights of everything.
Cliff Notes, yeah.
That's how I used to do my. I did a book review once. I might have been only in grade 7 or whatever, you know, maybe first year of high school, and I just read the back. I didn't read the book. Go figure. I failed. Yeah.
Oh no, Mike, that's no good. Make sure there's no open flames.
That'll take the color out of the carpet. You know, it really annoys me these days that everything is an e-manual or online manual.
Mhm.
I'd rather have the manual in my hand. I don't want to have to turn on a computer
Yeah.
to read what I have to do on the computer.
Exactly. All the computer books and everything, I've still got them, and I won't get rid of them. my wife gets mad because I go back to some of them, even to XP that I had that were the Windows XP manuals, and when Windows 7 came out, and I finally
Jesus.
bought a Windows 10.
I have the huge HTML books from
Yeah.
back in the day. I still got them. That's just to learn HTML coding, for Christ's sakes.
Yeah, exactly.
Ask me how much HTML coding I know.
I know it. It's called Dreamweaver. I just go in there and type like you're typing in the.
WordPress, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, man. They got to make everything so damn difficult.
I'll tell you, when Dreamweaver came out, that was like a savior in disguise, because you'd just be able to go in there and what you see is what you get. You just put it in there.
Then Adobe bought them.
Yep.
Adobe bought up Macromedia too because shit, that's what we're talking about. Sorry.
Yeah.
I have Steve, I still have the Studio 8 Dreamweaver discs inside, if you know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah. No, and Agent K, hello. Yes, I use Dreamweaver on websites.
That
I
was
program
before,
with it.
before Adobe bought them out. I wonder if I could use that, still use it.
Who the hell sang that?
Wouldn't be any good.
Aerosmith. Dream On.
No, that's Dream On, not Dreamweaver.
Oh, that was a Dreamweaver. Yeah.
Hello, AZ drones. Yes, front page. Now you're talking.
I'm saying AZ as well.
Arizona.
Did you hear that?
Dreamweaver.
Even got an American doing it. American.
Gary Wright sang it.
AZ.
Someone even asked on Google, did Aerosmith sing Dreamweaver?
Capture Life Connection. How are you, man? What's going down in your neck of the woods? He's over in New York, I think, somewhere in that area.
Not my neck of the woods.
No.
But compared to where you live, I guess it is.
Burt Sugarman's Midnight Special.
Considering we're coast to coast.
Yeah. Coast to country.
There you go.
What year was that?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, New York City.
1976. Dreamweaver was #1 on the Billboard.
Yeah,
Aerosmith. There you go.
Well, that's Dream On, though. It's not
Aerosmith did Dream On in 76.
Yeah.
Dreamweaver was Gary Wright. I'm looking at it right now.
Have a sunrise flight with a friend. Sunrise.
Had to close my eyes again.
What's the time in New York?
It is 11:09 p.m.
Where's he driving to get a sunrise?
I don't know where he
Oh,
lives in
tomorrow.
here.
There you go. That makes sense, brother. Yeah, I was getting a bit confused there. He'd been driving to bloody Quebec or something to get a sunrise. He'd get there by then.
Matt's still waking up.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, Lloyd's on it. That was white. See the little play on words there? Huh?
you're never wrong. You're incorrect. I am
Say
never
what?
wrong.
Yeah, I bet you're going to bed soon. I would be too. Get out that bloody hell.
You did say Gary Wright, Bob? Wow, Jesus, I got to give you the credit. Then Bob Casey said Gary Wright first. We don't want to, for any stretch of the imagination, think that I said it first.
I'm going to have to.
All I did was look it up on Google.
Have we got a prize for that? Let me think.
Yeah, page 58.
He wants you to send him a summary of it in the next 10 minutes so he doesn't have to read it.
I can go on to page 58.
Da Vinci dot points.
Which is merely a picture of the single viewer mode. Because what I was actually trying to do, Matt, was take the viewer and put it on the HD TV and leave the editing program on the computer. That's all I was trying to do.
Did you do it?
No.
Why not?
Because I'm on page 57 of the manual. That
Want me to
must
show
be,
you to do it?
yeah.
Let me just learn first.
Power Director has a simple square you hit. The square has an arrow. You hit that, and the damn viewer goes over to the TV.
Let me tell you something. It'd be simple in DaVinci too. Just don't know where the hell it is. Everything's easy when you know how to.
Yeah, and Cody just left, so I can't ask him.
Yeah.
Cody's gone.
Mel, I need a drone pilot tomorrow. Anyone? No one.
No, actually, to be quite honest, drone flying has become secondary these days, and only a means to an end of editing. That's crazy shit, man.
Well, it's been 5 years. I think I've got the drone flying part down pat.
Yeah.
Let's move on to some damn decent editing.
There you go. Bob did it. Page 99, Matt.
There you go. I have to Google it. I haven't even looked into that. I should do it actually. I'll keep my editing part on the 1080 screen, and then chuck that other one onto the K monitor.
Is that what you do now?
No, I don't. Everything's on my big monitor. The 1080 screen I use for tutorials. So I'll pop that over there, have all my program open on the left, and I'll just watch, do a little bit more, watch it again. Yeah,
That's what I'm doing now, bro.
And then you can practice. And then you can practice and work with it as you do it.
That
That's
screen is all the manual,
yeah.
and then I sit here on the HD TV screen, and I'm looking to put up the viewer on here so I can. I mean, I'm gonna have better colors, Matt. You know, even though this thing is only 314 Candela, it'll still be better than the damn computer monitor, which is only about 100.
Is yours 1080? That monitor?
Yeah. Monitor's only 1080. I don't even know if it can do wide color gambit. To be honest with you, and I don't care because it's only 1080. And you know, we've talked about this a million times. We're editing for tomorrow. We're editing for the future. If you put a video up, I don't want it to be obsolete tomorrow.
Oh, he's saying I'm serious. I need a good enough drone pilot that can fly 2 feet off the water to track my shakedown run for my new PBY Catalina. Wow.
Got the boat.
Good luck.
He said he was going to work on the boat.
No,
Well,
that's the airplane. That's his amphib plane.
I thought a PBY was a boat that goes up. Isn't it a boat bottom?
Airplane. Well, yeah, it's a boat bottom, but
Do you remember the old movie PBY come in? You know.
that's what it is. They used to fly that up from here in the mainland over to the Catalina Island.
Is this chat? I think Bob's gone back in time. I think he's not watching it live. He's gone back a bit. I can understand what Matt's saying. It takes longer to pick your cuts than edit. There you go. That was a while ago. That'd be nice. That'd be nice. You'd have to. You know what? I've never tried it because you can turn the sensors off on the Mavic, whether to fly over water without those sensors on, because they don't like water with the sensors on, so it can't be any worse with them off.
I used to do that with the Inspire when I was chasing the guys on the kite boards. Your problem is you're spending a hell of a lot of time watching that the drone don't go down too far to the water, because at 26 feet, the sensor recognizes the water. On the Inspire, that has no obstacle avoidance.
Yeah, right.
So you could easily, like a wave comes, you know, something like that. You could easily screw up.
Absolutely, and it's too late too to even watch your altitude.
Yeah.
On the, because that won't. Well, as far as I'm aware, even if a wave does come underneath it, that altitude won't change. That figure won't change.
Not quick enough. No,
No,
it'll
it
hit
won't.
it first.
I don't think it'd change at all. If you were to fly at you take off point, say you went up 10 meters, and you fly to a hill that rides up,
Right.
where you're,
Oh, yeah.
that won't change. Yeah, and yet you're going to fly straight into the side of the hill. Yeah,
But that's the cool part, that you need somebody then tracking the drones so you can get both shots.
yeah. They have got that terrain follow too.
Hmm.
Well, I don't think that would work with water though.
Not at speed anyway, because it doesn't
Right.
work. It doesn't work at speed.
It's got to
on-
be in tripod mode. I think it is, doesn't it? The tripod mode.
I've never used it.
I'll
seen
tell you
it.
something.
DJI.
It was a bitch when I did that because those damn kites have so many, they're on surfboards and they got so many guy wires attached to them. And the way they swing around, it's dangerous, man. And at that time,
See you later, Lloyd. Thanks for popping in, Lloyd. You go have your nap before bedtime, mate. Make sure you're nice and tired before you go. Good on you, mate. Notice the altitude reading on the app isn't always right either. Yeah, well, that's right. You guys are talking about the pages. Oh, okay, right. Yeah.
Jody, I think you're a little far away, being in Michigan, from where Mel's going to be.
Oh. See, Bob said it would be 17 feet, and it's actually 4 feet, and vice versa. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I was very much relying on my my telemetry yesterday when I was I flew over the top of the mountain, and I'm gonna fly backwards, right, to get a shot going backwards.
Right.
And I'm really low to the mountain. And what I did was I flew up to it at a level that I was happy with. And as I was coming back, it's a very weird feeling, because when your camera's down and you see that ground coming closer to you, you think your drone's dropping. It's a weird feeling. I stopped about 5 times. Oh shit! Lifted it back up again, but it hadn't moved altitude, and it's exactly the shot I wanted. But it looked like the freaking thing was going down. So as I was flying it, I was just watching that altitude, and it does work. It knows its up and downs and all that. It mightn't be an accurate measurement, but it tell you whether it is moving. And it wasn't moving, but it was it was unnerving watching this thing and watching the footage come up into your face. And then because then the hillside dropped away again and all this sort of shit. But while that ground was coming up to you, it was like, oh my God, I'm going to crash. Weird, man. Weird feeling.
Now, that whole time, your height is changing, right?
No,
No, I mean on your on-screen display,
no,
because the ground is coming up closer to the drone.
nope,
It wasn't. Why the hell wasn't it changing?
no, because I'm above takeoff point.
Oh. Yeah.
Mm.
Good night, Lloyd. Take care.
If you were to be running, that what we just said, that train follow, then it measures it. Yeah, it does. It measures the ground underneath it. But failing that, it's just your above takeoff point. Yeah.
Let me ask you something which I don't actually know. I don't know if you guys know. Does APAS have anything to do with that also?
No, that's forward. No, it can't be forward. It's
all around.
It's the whole thing.
Yeah.
Up, down and around and around. Yeah.
I wonder if APAS would screw up your shot. As you're coming, like say, here's the tip of the mountain, right? And you're coming, and you're here, obviously. I wonder if when you hit here, if APAS is going to make you go up.
Well, you know what? From my experience with APAS, I wouldn't have the speed that I wanted. Because when you're dealing with a massive subject like that, you can't be in tripod mode. You can't be anything like that. Otherwise, it is boring slow. So everything that I fly on huge subjects like that, I'm flat freaking knackers, mate. You know, with all the the orbits and all that. That thing's going at 50k an hour to one side.
That's called balls out in the States.
That's right. See, it is the same thing because knackers are your knackers, basically. Yeah, so balls, same thing, brother. Yeah.
Night,
So
Bob.
I'm off to bed, gents. See you, Bob.
Take care, Bob. Al, take care too.
Check back with me next week, Bob, and see what page I'm on.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Yeah, good stuff, Curtis. Shit on.
I can't wait for Christmas.
All my fantasies just come true.
I know.
Oh, that's funny. What's he got up there?
I have so many videos, Robert, that I haven't even put up. Because you look at them and you say, is that interesting to anybody, really? You know, again, we're so critical of ourselves. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it gets to that point.
I got to the point where I'm kind of taking things, the way everything's being built up around here so quickly, I'm taking shots that I normally wouldn't have because I know tomorrow that open field's going to be a friggin' neighborhood.
Yeah, it'll be another old folks home.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mike Kenny
Jesus.
here. What's this got here? Oh, blind Neil. Still here listening in. Boring guy. Dude, you're not boring. You got a big day ahead of you. We've had a pretty freaking what do they call it?
Marcel, hello.
Well, at least today people wanted to talk about what we were talking about.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly, mate.
Yeah, I don't want to get any deeper into that, but
Jim's asking. Jim, Marcel's asking you a question.
it's on page 56. I missed it. Surprisingly enough, 56 is only the effects library browsing.
Long way to go yet, Jim.
And that's just a menu on the left-hand side. You just open up like video transitions. Shit. There.
Yeah. Hey, Jim, open up your Facebook Messenger, but not with the camera. We're looking at it.
I know. Curtis sent more pictures.
Yep.
That's Jim saying couldn't be bothered explaining it. Just look at this.
I'm still on page 40.
I guess that's catching up. No, I'm sure you'll beat me because I'll say, "What the hell are they talking about?" at some point.
Oh, dear.
I don't know, Marcel. Did you? I screwed up. I downloaded everything, and it Postgres, whatever the hell that is, man. I don't know what that is, but I did it. So I've got what is it called here? Let me check my desktop.
Good night, Rick Halbert. Have a good night, sir.
Rick's going a bit. Oh, good night, Rick. Take care, buddy. Take care, mate. Good luck on Monday, man. Getting that cast off. Hope everything goes all right for you. You'll be out there.
Definitely.
You'll be out there throwing a fastball before you know it.
Like never again. He doesn't want to.
Yeah, mate. Get in there.
Anyway, do you have a project server, Matt?
Project server.
Apparently, I created a DaVinci Resolved project server.
Oh, no, I haven't. No. That must come with the paid version.
I guess. I don't know. There's so much shit I don't know about.
I don't know what the hell that is.
Load your stuff onto their server.
Holy shit, Curtis. This video goes for an hour, brother.
No, they put a virtual server or a box on your machine, Steve. And you know how much room I had left on my C drive. Not too much. I think I got, I don't want to even guess. Let me see. This PC. 31 gigabytes free, Steve.
Oh, that's it?
On the C drive.
Oh man, you got to do something. You know the efficiency of that drive now is probably down to like maybe 40% with having that much on.
What the hell am I going to do?
There's got to be a way you can add a larger card in there somehow.
If what do? Duplicate the drive? And then put a 1 terabyte in it? But you know what? I need another computer anyway. That's why I bought the Resolve dongle. Because I figured this thing's not powerful enough anyway. It's only got the 1060 card on it. I think you should be using either at least a 1080.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know?
I'm not sure. I mean, I've got the. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I've got a 1080, and
yeah, yours is already more powerful than mine. Using that 1060.
You can get a harmonic out if you want their mic. It's all good. The universal fix. That's on the last page. So if you want to know that sort of technical information, it's on the last page of the manual.
Turning what on and off?
I know. It resets everything, Jim.
What did I miss?
Yes, mate. I did see Santa.
I've had it shut down on me, Marcel.
Just seen Santa.
That wasn't covered on page 55, which is the media pool.
are you watching a video?
We got some Dropbox stuff been deleted there, Curtis.
I got the photo, but not a video.
There's an MP4
Marcel's
deleted. Cryo sleep process. Oh, look at that. Oh my god. Okay.
So she never grows old in the cryo sleep process?
Oh yeah, wouldn't that be nice?
Come to Papa.
Wake her up for an hour, put her back to bed.
There you go. She says, what did I miss? Not a damn thing, honey. Go back to sleep.
Nothing. You missed my first grey hair. Now go back to bed. That's not much at all. Don't worry about that. Oh, look at that. All that shit.
A bin list at the left shows a hierarchical list of folders that you can use to organize your media. By default, the media pool has a single bin named master, but you can add more bins necessary to organize your clips. Opening any of them to expose their contents with a single click.
Any of them.
The bin list.
Single click, mate.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, Marcel, that's perfect. Spoiler alert, page 60 says, please refer to page 24.
Yeah.
All right. Now look at the top of this page. For more information on edit, see chapter 18. So he ain't kidding. You ain't kidding, Marcel.
And the best part about it is you're still in the preface, as they said.
55, baby. Of 2,962. Yeah, we'll have this mastered in a day or two.
Yeah, it won't be long, mate.
I'll be how old?
75.
Oh, shit.
Have you seen that alien invasion? Copenhagen? Shit, man. That's pretty clear. That come out good, that.
Neil, I don't even know what the hell the server I generated is. Project server. I made one.
Damn, look at those two chicks.
Where's it serving it to?
Yeah, but on page 62, it says, oops, forgot all that. Refer to page 100.
Page 100 is black and white pictures.
Please, if you can't work any of that out, please refer to.
Call our support hotline,
mm,
which is when you call it.
It's going to, because our operators are busy at the moment. No shit. Yeah. There's so much to do there. Well, I'm going to nick off, fellas.
Yeah, I got a lot of manual to read.
You have. You'll be there
Catch
for
you guys later.
Hey, Matt, thank you. Jim, hey, if you're still listening, let us know when you reach page 100. That'll be a milestone by next Friday.
That'll be his Christmas present to you.
I don't think I've ever wanted Christmas to come so soon.
No, there.
Matt, thank you, sir. I wish you a wonderful rest of your weekend. And in the meantime, have a good, safe flight and hopefully get some great shots over there at the beach.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'll be all over the joint next week. So that'll be really good. Looking to run through a few batteries.
There you go.
Just a
Good.
couple.
Good for you, mate. Take care.
Good on you, man. Catch you, Steve.
Bye-bye.
And thanks once again, everyone in the chat. Another 3 hours just went bang. Or 3.5 hours. Bloody hell. Thanks for popping in again. Awesome catching up with everyone every weekend. Really do enjoy that. Hopefully next week we'll catch up with Adrian again and whoever else might pop in. So don't forget, tomorrow another video. There'll be another mountain range, or the one down the road from where I was. So really nice area. So look out for that one if you want to. That'd be awesome. All right, take care, everybody, and thank you once again for popping in, Blind Neil. Let me know how you go there, mate. I'll be very interested to see you get that drone back. So anyway, catch us all next week at the same time, same channel. All right, catch up.